So how far have you got then? If at all?
We haven't. We were waiting for everyone.
Oh, thank you.
We were waiting, yeah.
I guess we should probably wait for Bertie as well then, shouldn't
Yeah.
we? Really? I reckon he must have ordered the pizza by now.
Still cuddling.
What, the pizza?
Yeah.
Right. Actually, we might have to divvy up XP at the end of this one.
Including the...
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Birdie's back.
Hello.
Okay. Who wants to tell the story of the nightmare then?
Well, it was Miranda's idea, so.
Okay. So we remembered from last week that you were quite keen on taming the nightmare. So we set about a plan to tame the nightmare, only to realise one teeny problem, that the nightmare doesn't speak common, and we, between us, don't know a word of Abyssal or Infernal.
Guess who has Infernal?
Well, yeah, we thought so, but we didn't. So
Yeah, and you were a bit passed out.
the only thing that logically we could do was try to tame the nightmare via the medium of interpretive dance.
Did you make them stand up and actually dance?
No, they made me do the dance.
Oh!
So we acted out a scene where we had you and Asmodeus being regal, and there was a horse, and the
Poshment was the
concept
horse.
of friendship and contracts.
A rather abstract concept.
Possibly overreached with our attempt.
Yeah, it was quite a complex message you were trying to convey. Poshman
Yeah.
was a horse dancing around like this, shooting flames out with his fire thing. Who was it? It was Bertie who was Asmodeus, trying to be all regal.
Oh my
and
god.
powerful. He
That's
called
awesome.
you over. The part of the Inquisition was played by Bo. So,
The
Oh my
weakest
God.
performance. I
No!
Yes.
The
yes,
cleric! The cleric,
half the
no!
cleric of Pharasma was the
Yes.
Inquisitor. And he did his best to be you. He borrowed your hat. And then Asmodeus told him to get on the horse or something similar. So he was sort of grabbing the back of Poshman's jacket and just riding him around. Meanwhile, the pixie was flying around on her dragon with a scroll, waving it around like it was a contract, kind of like a gymnast with the rings going all around them. It was very beautiful. One got a natural 20. I don't think anyone rolled 100 except for the person playing the Inquisitor.
Oh.
So after raising an eyebrow, then raising both eyebrows, and then snorting flames at them, it said something else, and then just kind of galloped off into the sky, leaving a flaming hoof.
Backed away slowly.
And then
I
flew
don't.
away.
I was gonna kill you, but you guys are fucked
Well.
up.
Thing is, what we did was we took note of what he said, so that we could pass it on, and you would understand what it meant.
I can't wait to hear the guttural
So,
translation.
as we have a scribe, they scribed it as phonetically possible as they could.
Oh,
So we can now
With a
reiterate
really
what
high
was
roll
said.
as well.
show it to me. I want to see it.
Okay, you speak Abyssal, don't you? Yes, okay. And you have linguistics as well, don't you?
Correct.
Would you like to roll your linguistics to puzzle out the words?
I will give it a shot.
The DC is nice and low because the DC to the roll to write it down was so well.
Awesome.
So
So they did a pretty good job of making little symbols.
yeah, so what they've done is they've written it out phonetically
In common.
so that you can read it and sort of read it out loud, and that will allow you to do it. Yes, you did.
So you want me to do linguistics?
Because you have that trained, don't you?
Correct.
Yep. So go for it.
Oh, it's a 13 plus 5, so
Good.
18.
The difficulty was 5.
Oh!
Like I said, it was a good roll.
Oh my god, nice.
You
The
read it out.
scribe.
What the nightmare has said is, I will be back when he is more powerful to see if he is worthy.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! So guys,
See,
um,
our interpretive dance was awesome.
I hope this is what, reading what you said, it looks pretty good, but I'm pretty sure that thing said, you guys are really fucked up, but I will be back when he is more powerful, and you are less fucked up. My interpretation.
I take this to mean. I take this to mean that we did so well. We should conduct more of our negotiations
In
through
interpretive
interpretive
dance.
dance.
Well, I'm sure they have, a some place you could do that. It's like a playhouse or something.
Well, we could start a group now. I think.
Yeah.
We have the base. Obviously, we'd have to weave you into the performance somehow. A tree, perhaps, in the background. I don't know.
Burnt balls and flying wings.
Burnt balls and flying wings. Done that.
Don't forget, they've done more since the nightmare.
Oh yes,
Don't
yes,
forget.
yes.
All right, so
No, that was not the end of it.
that was
Burnt
not
balls and
the
flying wings is the name for a troop, if ever there was one.
yes.
Oh dear.
All right.
Almost as good as legs akimbo.
So the nightmare did its little thing. What's next?
So we then returned triumphantly to the town,
Yes.
as triumphant returning heroes are wont to do. We did seem to ask for a receipt.
But we have to tell him about
Yes.
Birdie's fan club.
We created a fan club for Bertie. There is now a fan club song.
Please tell me you sang it.
Which, to the tune of the Mickey Mouse Club, balls out, Bertie D, la da 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 da. Who's the leader of the gang? It's made for you and me. Balls out.
Yeah,
I am so glad I'm streaming right now.
So,
as you left the area as well, you noticed that urchins from the town were coming across to the merchants' kids and learning the song.
yes.
Just so
The
you're
average
aware.
age of the Bertie Club
Did we?
is about 12.
I believe it, and only
No, the
female.
average age is around 10.
I was guessing there. Well, not a bad guess.
They go anywhere from 6 to about 14, I reckon.
So they're already older than most of his dates.
Pretty much.
Thing is, the reason
But
I
then-
think they were enamoured to him was
But then
because
pies can't be very old, can they?
Yeah.
Really?
But yeah, I think the reason they liked him so much was because rather than come in and say, "Ah, yes, well, first I fought this creature and he just walked in and
I love
it, whilst waving a sword in the air.
Well
None
done.
of the merchants responded, do any of you actually speak common? So that was good. And anything else? Yes, Bertram has come and collected you, which is the Pathfinder Guild guy. The gold is now being distributed out to the merchants as required.
The stuff that we're giving back, right?
Yeah, the stuff that belongs to them, not the stuff that you found that was loot.
Yep.
Rohisha has been asked to watch the wagon.
Right.
And she's
Oh,
taken
fantastic.
So there was
Okay, I'll be there.
there was one thing that I was asked.
I'll be right back, guys. Dinner's here.
Okay.
All right, that I was actually asked to remind you, Lee, about
Okay.
was the
Yep.
large cauldrons with 3 deuces, wooden ladle.
Yes. I suppose my question should have been, will you have collected the liquid that's in there?
I'm pretty
because
sure
dimensions-
Poshmet would have.
Basically, at the back of the cave that you were in, if you remember, I said there was a cauldron with a wooden ladle. And you were quite interested in the potion, a lot of you, but you then seemed to forget about it. I'm allowing you to retcon, and if you will have picked it up, because you kind of seemed to go over the entire cavern with a fine tooth comb and take down anything that wasn't bolted down. So, pardon me.
I mean, we went underneath the poop-covered stuff.
Exactly.
So
It was pretty
We
thorough.
actually looted
But
goblins.
so effectively, as long as one of you's got an alchemist's kit or something, you can add 3 vials of curious white liquid.
You keep that. You keep that.
there was one thing I did want to ask about too, but we haven't really have we talked about splitting the loot up while we were walking along, or
Not yet. Bertram is leading you back to the Rusty Axe Inn
sounds good.
so that you can.
Where was this from? That was from the
cauldron behind the
Etacap.
gremlins. No, the cauldron
Oh,
behind
that's
the
right.
gremlins.
We don't want the white liquid from the Etacap.
No, we didn't.
Not with all of, and they keep asking me if they're arousing things. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I was asked if the children are aroused. I was asked if the merchants are aroused, so I'm not sure what's going on. They're obviously-
We also asked if the nightmare was in any way aroused.
Yes, that was it.
You probably would have figured that out pretty quick.
Okay.
Well, where do you think it shot its fire from when it took off?
It's a little rocket.
Go back it.
All right. So, well, when we do get there, I have a particular item that I have my eye on. So.
Okay, right. Bertram leads you back to the Rusty Axe Inn. Whether you remember it or not, the Rusty Axe Inn is a fairly well-kept inn. The halls are very clean, it's simple, and it has a separate common room and a kind of private dining area for guests.
Do you want to bring up the map? Or I can share it
there
on my side if you want.
Unfortunately, I realised when I put the map on, I haven't actually put the Rusty Axe Inn on it yet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was there.
But actually, I can just, if I remember how to do it, is it? There's a brush, just a brush. And nope, apparently that.
It is otherwise a beautiful map.
It really is.
It looks like a nipple.
I thought it looked like a pimple.
Growing north.
Where's my text gone? Boom.
I thought
With
it was-
a green dot on it.
Like normal nipples, yes?
But depends on who
Not
you
sure what
date, I
nipples
suppose.
you're looking at, Bertie.
I thought it was an actual pimple with a festering sore on it. First.
Oh dear. Oh,
You see, Lee is eternally grateful that he decided to agreed to Games Master this session.
Lee's the best.
God damn it. I can't remember which one I used for that. Not that one because you won't be able to read it. Which one have I used?
I tell you what, there's not many DMs that could have coped with the stuff that we've thrown at him.
No, he's done very well.
Oh, sort of, I'll use that one.
Why is that?
Someone
There.
is drawing on your map while you're using it. That's just
It's a magic map.
Oh, that's why it was not showing.
Because that's important. There we go. I will redo the map at some point, but there you go. That's where the Rusty Axe Inn is.
Zoom in.
So several more streets in, further along than the etched poignard.
Okay, makes sense.
Slightly more reputable because it's a bit closer to the centre of the city. And of course the Mage's Tower.
Awesome. So,
He walks straight past, almost as if he feels like he owns the place, straight towards the private dining room, pushes the door open, and just gestures in. Come on, lads, let's celebrate. And then he kind of looks over at the pixie and goes, and lass, sorry, you were behind the. He kind of peers at Bertie and goes,
The Bertie.
courtesan?
Yes,
Not too far off.
That's a mutton chop moment, if ever there was one. Never been called that before. Not sure what it means, but it sounds interesting.
saucy.
yes.
Just as you all in, inside, there's a large fireplace. There's one big comfy chair, and then a kind of arrangement of assorted other chairs, which are not as comfy, but also look less warm.
Mm.
He immediately walks over to the overstuffed chair, falls back, and his head sort of. Let's get that back to the camera.
Well, I shall take a stool and use it to pose heroically.
Nice.
1 foot on the stool, elbow on the knee, that kind of thing.
Okay. He sort of
Ordering a brandy from
Legs
the bottom.
come up.
So I'm gonna take my letter and find Owl, or however we send those off and ship those off.
You'll have to wait for that for the moment.
Okay.
Basically, what's happened is you've all kind of fallen into step behind this Bertram West guy. Because we haven't
Eastwing.
Bertram Eastwing, the Pathfinder Guild contact you had, the guy who's meant to arrange for you to be getting into the guild and such.
Right.
So you've all followed him into the inn and you've gone out. There will be time to send messages and such a bit later.
Sounds good.
But for now, he's kind of going, so you did it! You got all the gold. What was it?
Shiny?
Bertie's looking a little perplexed at this.
It was 2 gremlins and a host of goblins.
Really?
Yes.
How'd they get it away from them? Guards should have easily taken them.
They had a friend who was a vicious, fire-breathing dragon. We think there should be dragon tax.
Would you like to roll bluff?
I could.
Wasn't you saying it?
I know.
Let's see. I have 0 ranks in bluff, so that was a 9.
So he just kind of frowns and goes, nice try, Pixie.
No, but they did have. What was the name of that cat thing? I forget the name of it. The Pard. They did happen to have a Pard, which seemed to have magical powers. It probably could do something of that.
Well, and let's not
There
forget
was a
about
golem. There was a giant. There was a big golem.
the golem.
Well,
Fought a golem.
no.
There was a golem.
We found a dead golem that was rusting in the corner.
Is that me or is it?
No, that's Bo. He is Choppy.
Everyone's choppy.
Oh wait, it's the golem.
Oh. Hang on, it's got thrown from me. Everyone's gone black. Oh,
Now you're froze.
there's a Darth.
There we go.
There I am.
I think it's a little
Is
bit
that
of all
better?
of us.
Yeah, that seems better.
That's better.
Everyone's kind of come back.
Wow, that was crazy. Everyone went wrong.
Yeah, that was an
Oh.
everyone moment, so that was probably a Discord moment.
Yeah.
Well.
So,
While everyone is rallying all of this, Bertie's looking a little bit perplexed.
But yes, there wasn't a dead golem. There was a very live golem.
No, he was very dead.
no, he was not moving at all,
No,
or speaking or anything like that.
I
He's
quietly grab the pixie to the side and remind her that he's hiding from
Yeah,
people.
we're probably going to need a bluff roll from whoever wants to convince him that he was definitely a dead golem.
I'll
for
take
one.
that.
I've got a plus 5 on that.
I got a 23.
Okay, so you can actually help each other with that one, unless you roll that.
I wasn't
However-
trying to
Yeah,
imply that it was
I rolled a 1.
Golem.
So
I
did
mean,
he. That's what Bertram rolled to believe you. So I think it was one of you made a success. So, despite the fact that, so hang on. You tell me what you say first.
All right.
Gabbi.
All right. So despite what the crazy, don't listen to the pixie. She's been doing something with this dust. It's been all over her face, and the dragon keeps snorting at her. I don't really know what's going on. Just ignore her. I mean, she said there was a dragon, for crying out loud, that was going to attack. What do you expect?
So
Yeah.
meanwhile, Poshman's idea of helping this is to go. Despite that, Bertram apparently didn't notice that and was too busy paying attention to the Inquisitor, and thankfully believes you that it's a dead golem. You realise I can't pay you more, don't you? Because if that's what she's trying, the gold's all in the city. What I can do, and he kind of, seemingly from nowhere, is just brings out and flicks through 5 copper badges with each sort of Pathfinder's guild written across them. Is welcome you to the guild. And he holds his hand out so you can all take one.
Okay. Sounds
Ooh.
good. Awesome.
So you are now
We're official.
Copper Pathfinder Guild members.
Nice.
I feel that my honour, I have to pipe up at this stage and say, but fellow Bertram, great name by the way. Bertram, we failed to locate the princess. I don't even know if I can accept this badge.
I'm sure she'll be in another castle.
Yes, with a toadstool. Yes.
We will do everything in our power to rescue her. Forthwith.
When I find
Imminent.
her, I'll let you know. He's a bit tapped, isn't he? No one else remembered that you got Bertie to go along with you by telling him there was a princess to save, did you?
I wasn't there.
Oh,
Everyone just sort of nodded along. Yeah,
we just had to
princess. Yeah,
appease his better judgment.
Okay, so he gives you your guild members. Obviously, the Pixie's badge is pixie sized, rather than like a shield for you to carry. Unless you're planning on using
Well,
a shield,
thank
in
you
which
very
case
much.
You can say you've got a copper shield, but copper's not great.
I assume we've ordered like drinks and stuff. Like we would have sat down and had.
Well, you haven't ordered, but yet that serving wench is bringing in a whole roast suckling pig, and why is that boy bringing in 2 jugs of ale? And oh look, it looks like they're feeding you anyway.
Sounds good to me. This is how royalty is properly treated.
Absolutely.
A veritable feast is laid down before you.
Bertie has come to expect it, frankly.
We'll definitely start drinking, and I want to say thank you for inviting us to the Pathfinders Guild.
Oh yes, you didn't hear, did you? Because you weren't here for that bit either. One of the big bits that was missed out, a quite important point actually, was because Bertram, when he came in, started acting like the hero. This rumour has spread in front of you as you've gone through the city. So that as you've been walking forward as you were walking forward towards the inn, you actually started getting clapped and cheered and whooped, because effectively, you 5 unknowns have just saved the city.
Yeah, I was walking ahead of everyone going,
Yeah, because
shaking
they
hands and
yes, but you were
smiling,
only
winking
saying,
at people. And...
"Ah, brr, brr."
Oh, no, this was the
This
processional,
when he was walking forward,
That's awesome.
shaking people's hands.
like it was a triumph,
Yeah.
a
So-
Roman triumph.
So that's gone ahead of you. So there's
A
people,
short
there were
run.
people standing out the front of shops because, let's face it, you all knew that, another month without a payment and this city would have been gone.
it would have folded. Yeah.
So you've had this cheering going ahead of you because nothing runs faster than rumour.
So that makes me think, and I'm gonna hopefully out of earshot, lean over to our compadres. Thinking about this, that the entire city could have went under because of this. It makes me wonder why a certain SJ that we've discovered the stuff with would want the city to fold.
He's probably a cad, that kind of sort of chap. The worst kind. A villain, probably.
Or he just doesn't want us taking out his illegal business.
That's Bertie level analysis.
No, but he started doing that long before we got here. Meaning
A long-standing cad, you mean?
Meaning we should look deeper into this, I think.
Okay, so the other bit that I realised that you would have missed is that you arrived at the town just as dusk was coming. You actually got in half an hour before the sunset.
Is this after our big our fight with the dwarf and the mage?
Yes, because the fight in the dwarf was first, and then you had the nightmare.
Right.
They successfully got rid of the nightmare, and then you travelled on.
Not really got rid of, just scared the crap out of him.
We postponed it.
He didn't kill you.
We amused it.
And there's after a while of drinking and eating with you, and Bertram kind of listening to your tales of daring do and nodding and looking suitably impressed at the right points, he gets up and goes, "Right, well, I'd better go and see what the merchants are doing. Enjoy the food, lads. Your rooms are paid for the night."
But wait, you haven't seen the performance.
Oh, God.
"I'll catch it in the morning." And he heads off, which kind of leaves you alone to do your talking about SJ and such.
Right.
When you finished that conversation,
Wasn't there a flat fee that we were expecting?
So are we inside of a special room? A private room?
Dining room, yeah.
Yeah, so like a VIP section type of thing?
Sort of. It's a place that could be rented by the people with a bit more cash if they want to eat away from the common room.
Gotcha.
But it tends to be for the people with lots
Money.
of money.
It's just how we should be treated as Asmodeus fellows.
And then there's a knock on the door.
Are there serving wenches still and all that, or is it
I'm
just
sure
us?
there are.
They've kind of filled the table and gone out because, of course, they still have to feed the table.
Right. Okay.
Feed the common room.
Hey,
I know, baby.
Enjoy birthday.
quit kissing the serving wench.
Mrs. Bertie says night night.
Night.
Night night.
All right. Bertie, can you grab the door?
Grab the door. Did I miss something?
There was a knock at the door.
Ah. Ha ha. Yes. I shall reach up to the doorknob. I'm 2'8".
That's why I asked.
Kind of this height, so yeah, you click and open the door.
And someone
those are
falls
still
over you.
people.
And the guy kind of looks, and then looks down at you. Oh! It's a human.
I'm currently 2 inches shorter than normal because my stance is particularly wide.
Okay. Are you getting ready to roar?
Yes.
As in Romans, countrymen,
Yes.
lend me your ears. From
Yeah, so it's Blackadder Series
Blackadder.
3, Episode 3 or 4, maybe. Yeah.
Season 2, I believe. Anyway.
No, definitely 3. It was
So-
Prince George.
Human, right?
Yes, yeah.
He is a human. He is rather well dressed. He has sort of a black tailored coat on over a white closed shirt and black trousers, shining black boots, and a rather serviceable, if well-made sword at his hip. He sort of looks you over and says, would you be the adventurers that brought back the gold from the merchants?
The Diminuative Detective Agency.
That
He seems
would
to
be
make
us.
mental notes.
Depends on who's asking.
Ah, of course. He produces a vellum envelope
baby.
and says, "The Lord, no, not Lord, sorry. What was his name? Bloody hell. The Council of Merchants would like to invite you to a ball in your honour." And
A
offers you this
ball, you say?
envelope. Yes, well, a soiree really, but you know, one does what one can.
When
Well,
when
Bertie
would this
is
be
a
held?
It will, of course, be arranged for you tomorrow night. And should you require it, suitable clothing can be provided. As he looks over your various assortment of armour and travel-worn clothing.
My equipment notes clothing. Edit gear, clothing, florid clothes, brackets, entertainer's outfit.
It's very bright, I'm guessing.
I spend extra gold on the equipment list
Makes sense.
for a suitably florid outfit. And I look down at my outfit and say, well, perhaps if I can get it washed, I think I'll do very well. Thank you.
That sounds fine. How should we get there?
We shall, of course, provide a carriage.
Style. I like it.
No.
So I can respond that you will all be attending?
Are we allowed to bring plus ones?
Or in your case, plus threes.
I was going to say, if so, plus twos.
You can have my plus one.
I am sure, should you wish to bring a guest, the council will not think it is.
Only if Rohisha can join us.
Well, if I can extend my plus one invitation to Susie and Rosie, I'd be most grateful.
Something tells me they might not be.
Are those the serving wenches you gave that rash to?
Yes.
He seems to be trying to keep his this
demeanor
on the upper level. Yes, his demeanor calm and clear, and talk to you as if you were not scum. It's just sort of, I guess.
The answer is yes. We will be there.
Perhaps 2 carriages then. He leaves the envelope. There is, of course, an address should you decide you need it. But I will let the council know that you are accepting their request.
Sounds good.
A good evening to you all. And he sort of clicks his hands together, bows a bit.
Oh, I don't think we got your name, though.
He looks confused.
Did we get his name?
No, but he looks confused. It's bloody hell. Long, sir. But he looks confused as to why you would ask for help their name.
Smithers.
That's what we do.
It is Long, is his name. Is his surname anyway?
Smithers Long. Nice to meet you, sir.
Awesome.
Edward, sir.
Yes, as I said, Edward. Person. Thing. Long. Yes. Well done.
You need more alcohol, I think, sir. Just a little more, just enough to fall on your face. All right, thank you, Edward. We will see you.
Well, I thought that went well.
Yes, that was just genuine.
That was quite interesting. It sounds like we're making our way up in the world.
So I, for one, am going for a shower.
They have showers?
Really? No, they don't.
A bathe.
They can get you a tin bath.
A hot bath.
Copper
There
bath.
you go.
Yep, they can do copper baths to your rooms, and they'll have them. So basically,
Yep.
Can I order?
some. What's that?
Can I order a hot bath and 2 wenches?
Not here. It's not that.
Can you order a
established.
cold bath and 2 hot
was-
wenches?
I do believe while you guys are doing that, I might take a browse of what our spoils are.
If you want to find your way back to the market, you can probably try and find your wagon. The loot was left on the wagon.
Oh.
with Rohisha.
Okay, we did leave Rohisha there. Okay.
No, who hasn't reappeared yet.
Have we done a proper divvy up yet? Can we do that now?
Have
No.
not.
Oh.
I mean, I've got the +1 dagger, so I'm probably going to be fairly happy.
And Rohisha's already taken the +1
Mm,
braces of defense.
mm.
And I've got the statue.
Or braces of protection, rather.
I don't think anything was small enough.
I don't think there was anything for you. No, not yet.
There's
I'm
plenty of
trying to wear A
platinum.
ring as a belt.
Well, that
But-
would work. Just about.
We do need to get a few things identified. Since
Oh, we don't have that spell yet, do we?
I mean, I wish we had a proper mage. I just really do.
Hint, hint.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's we
Don't
can go
we learn
talk.
this stuff in
We'll just
first
go down-
year?
We'll go talk to Deckard Cain and read his book, and it'll just put everything. In.
Well-
Pain? Uh-oh.
So, depends who you're going to ask, but it is, of course, after dark now. Several hours after dark. All the shops and such are closed.
Oh, of
So
course.
unless you're going to do anything specific this evening, your blip time passes. You have baths and get cleaned up, and effectively have your nice long rest. You can regain all of your hit points and spells, and so on and so forth.
Regain everything.
Mhm.
Everything.
You have a full belly of rich food and good wine and ale. A little bit of dwarven spirit passed around should you wish it. But mainly, it's a celebratory dinner. You're left to yourself because you must have had a hard time on the road, and ensure that you've got your thing for the next night.
Oh,
So
I
you wake up
I definitely did. I still had only 4 hit points written down, so that's why I slept so long.
Fair enough. But yes, so that's all your channeling, and everything else comes back. And you'll wake up in the morning, nothing bad has happened. And you can come down and have your breakfast, blah, blah, blah. Bertram is nowhere to be seen. However, there is a note to say that he'll be there at the do tonight. And that if you've got time...
Not our birdie, the other Bertram.
Mm.
The other Bertram. Yeah.
Okay, because that's gonna get.
Not
Which
Bertie.
is just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
the-
we'll
the
call
kind
you
of
Birdie.
Yeah, the ordinary Bertram.
Yes,
The
'cause
ordinary.
I wrote that
Mm.
before we're done, yes.
Not the
Maybe I'll
short
start calling
Bertram,
him-
the tall
maybe I'll
Bertram.
start calling him Eastwing, because then you'll know.
There you go.
That's,
I think Birdie prefers to be called the Long Bertram.
You might prefer it.
he's not talking about the arm of the law either.
Yeah. No, that's my job.
Okay.
All right.
And so you're left to your own devices for the day.
For the day. All right.
Which
Oh, we
means
have
that
payment.
gives you
We
time
have
to-
we got to pay back. We got to go pay for our brawlies.
Mm-hmm.
You do,
Yes,
and
our
various other
Cinderellas.
things.
Why don't
So-
I take? Well, I was going to say, why don't I take the gold and try to get a better deal from him? Take whatever we were going to pay and try to whittle that down without the cleric anywhere near him.
You can try.
How much was an individual Cinderella, Lee?
70.
10 gold.
How much?
It's 70 gold altogether because it was 10
Oh,
gold.
I was going to say, 10 gold each.
That's
Because
how
I
much it was originally.
Oh, I thought it was 70 each.
No, 10
No.
each until and it was going to be but it was only going to charge half, so it would have been 45, and then the cleric got involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with his one.
Yes.
Yes.
He then said, "Fine, 100 gold," and then you rolled and managed to get it down to 70.
That's right. I was able to
Because I
actually
think
get it
I've
down.
paid for mine.
A rank in diplomacy and a +5
Yes, you have already paid.
made
for
things horribly
I
worse.
thought I had, yeah.
Now we put money down on that. Some money
Yes.
on it.
some money.
Like 30. I think it was like 30 gold total between us. Something like that.
Something like that. Because I think that was it all together, and Bertram's already paid his 10 gold.
Yep. So we owe like so we don't. All we owe is like 35 gold. Okay, that's not so bad in the grand scheme of things. It's less than I thought it was before. Okay,
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah.
Um,
Then I won't go do that.
okay, but what you can do, of course, is you need to work out how you're going to pay. Does everyone remember how much they owed Rohisha for
jeez.
getting all your horses and everything together?
Again, I don't know Rohisha horses because I had my own.
Mm-hmm.
Do I owe her for, or do we owe her for unguents, etc.?
Yeah. Part of it. She went and got all of your kit together,
So
plus the horses.
Eastwing was paying 200 gold a person upon our return.
Well, that was actually Uriel, if you remember. The guy who wrote you the letter.
Oh, right. Okay.
Hephaestus Uriel. He will pay you 200 gold each upon your return to Always.
Ah, gotcha.
So that's where the money is. However, Eastwing sweetened the deal by telling you that he would get you into the Pathfinders Guild, which you knew from it's quite well known that if you can get into the Pathfinder Guild, then, and you're adventurers, you have no shortage of
Jobs
and opportunities to get, and you can work your way up. And if you get high up in the Pathfinders Guild, well, that's as good as getting up high in politics and such, sort of
Gotcha.
being in the court without having to be in the court.
So it's kind of like the Masons, right?
Almost. Think of it like going from college to NFL.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, so I assume we can borrow against money and stuff like that too if we really needed to.
Not so much. However, I believe you do have it. You borrowed off Rohisha.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you owe her. Let me see. Here we go. 180 gold pieces. Owe her.
Total?
Total. 180 gold pieces off the top of the findings, plus the item that she's chosen.
And how much for the Brawlies again?
Another 35, I believe.
35 total?
Yep. So at the moment you're up to 215, and that brings you flat. And then any gold that you have in the party after that is yours.
And 180 to Rohija.
Yep.
Okay.
And she will then take that coin and hand it out to the people that she borrowed against, basically.
Right.
Because she's a known face, whereas you're not.
Right. All right. So,
She's rogue, so she might not have been quite upfront with some of them.
do we have a total on our? Let's just talk the money. You know what? What we can do? Should we exchange the jewels for gold, so it's actually gold, or
Well,
are we
keep them
assuming
until
we
need
automatically
them,
do that?
because they're transportable.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. They're
Gems
easier
can
to
be
move.
bartered normally. Yeah,
Mm.
gems can normally be bartered anywhere. Everyone likes shinies.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem with translating them to gold, if we keep doing that, then we'll end up carrying 10,000 gold on our person, which would basically mean another cart or something.
I'd rather do it the other way around, personally.
If we got-
there are gem merchants. Obviously, this morning you're not in the private dining area, you're in the common room. So if you want to ask either the servers or the large lady, isn't it? Yes, the large lady behind the bar.
I mean, I actually kind of agree with Bertie on this one, though, keeping it transportable.
Yeah.
I'm on, Inquisitor seemed to want to turn more gold into gems. I was saying if you want to
Oh,
ask
the other way.
Yeah, the other
Bertie
way
wants to
around.
ask where certain shops are or various things, you have the
But-
ability here to ask
Mm.
and plan your
I'm
day.
thinking first, though, shouldn't we pay for our Cinderellas, pay Rohesia? I'd like to go back to Bertie's bombs and put something down on that the parachute device. I don't know why, it just sounds like fun.
You mean the dwarven drop system?
Yes, the dwarven drops.
Where did I write it down? I have a note for that. Where is it? It's on here, isn't it?
She was needing. Oh, I've got it here.
I know I wrote it down. Where's it gone? It's after here, is it?
So
Oh,
Tonus,
here we go. Oh, it's Birgit's bombs,
There we go.
and she needs 100 gold pieces.
all right. So let's Oh, so we actually had those bombs and we didn't even use them.
We had one.
I only had one, but no, you didn't use it.
Can we?
It's not really a combat thing unless it's last ditch because you don't know what you're going to bring down on top of you.
Right.
I would imagine. But there is a bigger bomb.
A military
You're welcome to
grade.
buy the bigger bomb and try lobbing that. I mean, I can't see one of you throwing it far enough unless you lob it off a cliff. But you know, it could be worth it.
Hey,
Were we
we're-
allowed to buy that bomb?
we
No.
invented the nuclear mortar system.
If I remember rightly, he said you had to be you had to get authorization to buy those ones because of how destructive they were.
So what is our total? Like if we total all up,
That's
so
up to the party to hold on to, so I don't know.
wow,
So
that-
do we have it like? Do we have a total group loot?
that's what I'm asking. That
Hmm. I think this
Well,
is where the spreadsheet comes in.
Yes.
Looking to.
Oh, you know what? We should
everyone's
actually do a. That's a good idea. Is just throw it in a spreadsheet on
I strongly
Google
suggest
Drive
you
or
pick
something.
one person to hold on to group to at least write down group.
Yes, and I was supposed to do that, and I failed.
Yeah.
But I will take care of it this weekend.
Well, I know Posh
Excellent.
has been keeping track of a bunch.
Yeah, I've got a bunch that I've kept track of, but nothing's organized.
Okay. So
Do we have any magical items? Well, we've got stuff that needs to be identified.
We
Can
got-
we do that now?
yeah, let's do that. I would like. Can we just find out what the list is of actual items that are items, not necessarily just gold? Anybody?
Oh, the list of magical items. Okay, it'll take me a moment, but I can do this.
Is someone outside your window shouting, Ryan?
It sounds like
It's
it.
pub throwing out time. Well, it's actually quite a bit later than pub throwing out time, but apparently they're still being thrown out.
Cheers and later. Okay, let's see here. We have a potion, Shield of Faith, but it's unidentified. We have a ring, double band, 2 socket of gems. One has fallen out.
All right.
We have a staff, white wood wrapped in silver wire. We have a midnight blue cloak that dirt does not stick to. A masterwork dagger, which I don't believe has any magical ability.
No.
A platinum band ring that dirt will not stick to. A wand. We happen to guess it's a wand of mage armor with about 10 charges in it, I think. Let's see, what else do we have? Potion in a green glass, and the bottle sparkles. Of course, we have the Idol of Pharasma, but we figured that one out, healing twice per day. Let's go. We have it's platinum, 25 platinum, 7 copper, a magic ring of shapestone. A bottle of clear liquid, universal solvent, known to dissolve mimic glue. A pair of leather wrist guards, moderate conjuration, dust.
Yeah, you don't have them anymore.
Oh, we don't have them anymore?
Yeah, they're the ones that she took.
Oh, she took those.
Yeah,
okay.
Because she got to have one item, so she took those.
Okay, so that's Rhodesia.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dust of Tracelessness. Good for about a mile if we're careful with it. Did we use any of that on the way back? I think we did.
No, you didn't.
No.
Okay. Let's see here. A small clay jar. Oh, that was the dust. Sorry. Other way. Okay. Crystal. Cast light 3 times per day. 2 small vials of sickly green liquid stopped with corks. We found that one on the goblins and the golem loot. 1 well-used dagger. We didn't do that. I have a large note here. Balls out, birdie deep. That must have been about the time that occurred.
Pretty much.
See here, spider loot, dark blue robes. We have a dagger, +1 magic, a staff, may not be magical. When we killed the spiders, the spider loot.
That +1 dagger, is that the one that I've taken?
Yes.
Yep. Cross that off.
Yep.
Okay, that one is with Birdie.
It has even been used with, I was going to say with a vengeance, but maybe with passion.
I could have swore you missed with it multiple times.
The
Just
staff you
saying.
found in the Masterwork cave isn't magic, it's just Masterwork.
Masterwork staff, right? Not the white one, at the other one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that strange masterwork weapon, that crossbow / warhammer, had acid damage on it.
Yes. But we thought we might be able to buy it. Like get one made or something similar.
What on earth?
Someone's getting excited.
Yeah.
Someone's aroused.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh,
Who did that?
That was a happy sound. That's what that was.
Okay.
was that going on outside your window, Miranda?
No, that was more of a generic and spontaneous noise.
Interesting.
Did somebody? Is that a fart? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think that was a fart. I mean,
What part of Miranda? What part of Amsterdam do you live in?
The hostile part. Oh. All right.
We do have a red monitor lizard skin, which should be worth about 150 gold pieces. Here.
And bang goes the camera.
More elsewhere.
Oh, that's it.
Wizard man.
Wizard man.
Ocean man, take me by the hand.
Okay, so who are you asking to find a thing, or do you just want to roll local knowledge, or do you want to go and find Rahisha?
Well, is it worth? I was going to say Bertram, but Rahisha.
Bertram's not here. He left you a note saying that he would be back. He would meet you at the
Yeah.
do tonight. So he's not here, unfortunately.
All right. So I'm gonna put. So we can probably use this thing here, and I'll make it cleaner, and we'll add descriptions and whatnot.
Okay.
So I was I was building it while you were reading some off. There was some other stuff. Wasn't there there was chainmail or something of that nature? There was some sort of vest from when we fought the dwarf.
Yeah, I do remember some chainmail.
I think there was just one set, wasn't there? I don't think it was magical though. It was just a set
Yeah.
of chainmail.
Yeah. And then we had, was it 2 rings that looked magical?
Yes.
Yes.
You have
A
one.
double
Yep.
banded that was missing a stone.
Mhm.
And then there was the ring of what, transmutation?
Stone shape, yeah.
Stone shape.
Shape stone, rather.
Shape stone.
Rather than stone shape, which is slightly different. You don't want that. You don't want to get turned into stone every time you put it on.
That depends. Is it localized?
No,
So
this is a
ring
finger
of
not a cock ring.
ring of stone shape.
You can tell the difference. A finger ring the pixie can wear as a belt. A cock ring she has to hula hoop with.
Which
All right.
I'd like to take an aside and just note that that was absolutely the best quote in Deadpool 2.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I really wanted to, but I didn't
Which
get
one?
to.
Which quote?
Hang on.
I'm gonna melt you down and make a cock ring out of you.
Oh yeah.
That's
Alright.
a good phrase.
All right.
I've not seen the film either yet. It's on my list.
Oh, you must see it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm a
Yes.
big Deadpool fan. He's right up my alley.
I
Yeah.
would say
He's your bag, baby.
really, I think maybe better than the first one. I don't know.
Really?
The first one
I
was
have to get-
amazing, so
I just have to get past what they did to Domino. If I can do that, I'll be fine. That's all. Because I happen to quite like Domino, as she was, but ho-hum. Geek problems, eh?
All right.
It's like hashtag first world problems, it's hashtag geek problems. What have they done to my character?
So there was a so what was there was a shield?
Is
Yes.
there a shield?
Maybe I didn't hear a shield. Oh, it was a cloak. It was a cape.
Oh,
You had a
yeah,
blue
there's
cape.
a cloak.
yeah, there's a blue cape that dirt doesn't stick to.
Where's it gone? Did I perhaps describe that one as glimmering cloak? No, that's not it.
Oh.
I think we just realized it was magical, or it seemed magical.
Yes.
Dirt doesn't stick to. Midnight blue cloak that dirt doesn't stick to.
Yeah, I think that's what I
Like
made up
a
myself,
clue.
so that's fine. That's what I thought it was. Okay. Anything
Alright.
else?
Is
Right.
there anything
Okay,
else?
so, yeah. So you've got these items.
So
Oh, and
basically, yes.
don't forget your 3 vials of milky white liquid, mysterious white liquid. Hello, what are you looking for?
No, just white liquid.
Oh right, I see. Not in the face. Is that what
Nightmares.
you're saying?
Yeah, nightmares.
Is that from your time with the orcs?
A screaming zombie.
The Turkish prison experience.
The orcs are fine. It's that etiquette moment that.
Oh.
Is
That's
that where you're going? Spider-Man.
All right, so
Okay.
I'd like to take the chainmail if that's okay.
Well, why don't we get Rahijia to fix us up with an identifier?
Yes.
Perhaps identifier could teach our hedge wizard how to cast the spell.
Hedge wizard.
Ooh,
Who is our head wizard, by the way?
Well,
I'm a sorcerer.
we have a sorcerer and a illusionist or wizard. Or
Are you able to learn spells?
Not yet.
No, but he can write glyphs from a horse that you've.
I'm a
he can do
scribe.
that really well.
So if
I
we've
was
got,
gonna say, I think he's a scribe, right?
He
Not
did
a-
do that very well. Okay. Who are you asking, or are you just going to do a local? Oh, you went back to Rohisha, didn't you?
let's get
Rohisha,
Rahijia,
yes.
to introduce us
Okay.
to someone.
As long as it doesn't cost us a lot.
Will all of our? Well, I guess we'll take our loot with us when we go through each one.
Yes, just remember that it's actually Rohisha who's with the loot, because you left all your loot on the back of the wagon because it was under the gold.
So I want to keep that with us.
So she's been guarding that.
Mm.
So as you come back, she's kind of sitting on the front of the wagon, just dangling her legs over the side, kicking her feet. Her colourful hat kind of in her hand, just being moved around before she puts on. Well, it's about bloody time! And she jumps off and moves over towards you.
How long exactly did we leave her there?
All night.
Oh.
She's done a good job.
Oops.
I think we should give her an extra 10 gold for that.
You said guard the wagon and then fucked off until the morning.
Poor Rohisha. I am so sorry that we have left you here. So sorry. Birdie he did a beeline. Everybody surrounded us. We had all the business to take care of. I am so sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry.
She
Was that just
Not
me,
sure.
or was it everyone else?
She jangles a big sort of bag of gold and goes, "Got playing cards with the guards. It's quite a good night." and then she sort of looks down at her leather bustier and kind of does it back up to the top where it was before.
Playing with the girls. Yes. Well done.
Yes, just you that time.
Right,
I'm
okay.
afraid.
They
That was a bit weird
lost to
then.
the girls.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, wait. Okay.
she just winks at you and goes, "Use what you've got." And then
I
she
like-
smiled and goes, I've taken the pay. I've already paid all the merchants for you.
I like the
you'll
way
know
you
there's
think,
not a copper
Rohisha.
more.
Whoa. Did you hear what she just said?
Use what you got. That's my
After
philosophy.
that,
Exactly.
She said she's taken her pay
Hmm.
and paid all of the merchants that she got your goods from
Excellent.
already.
Excellent.
And then she went, and not a copper more.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You sure?
If you want to count it, she hops off, and you realise it might take a while to count all the copper and silver and gold and platinum that you've got there.
Yeah.
So she smiles and goes, "But I think I've got a good thing going here. I reckon for a fair share I'll tag along with you guys."
What do you think? I for one would love to have you.
She
I concur.
giggles and walks towards the group and just sort of trails a hand down the Inquisitor's cheek. You're so cute, thinking it was an ask.
Well done. So how much? So we have to take off what? 200 gold off of the
Off the
Total?
total, it was 215 gold total.
So subtract it.
That pays for both her and your brollies, your Cinderellas.
Gotcha.
Etc.
Which she also got an urchin to take the money over for.
So that was 215.
15.
gold pieces
Yep.
worth of currency.
So subtract that. That's why I was thinking we should do some sort of total.
So you're probably going to want to find out what all this is. I know a guy. And she just kind of beckons her finger and starts walking off into town.
No, follow her anywhere.
You'll follow her ass anyway.
After me.
About eye height for some of you.
Perfect.
Complete Eiffel.
Not so much for the halflings, but for the 2'8" person, you're barely above her waist, I reckon. Even at 4'8", you're still you're still 2 feet shorter than her.
2 for 8
So you
rocks.
actually come up to about booby belly time. For you,
Perfect time.
just fall forwards, thump.
All the best bits.
And so, she leads you through the merchant's quarter, around the centre. You're led through the fall, and luckily, because you'll notice fairly early in the morning, it's getting around 9:30ish of the toll, there is the air raid siren, or what you would recognise the noise as the air raid siren that comes from the top of the tower.
For the slag.
Instantly, those with Cinderellas and up.
Which is us.
Yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to do the same. Yep.
Yes.
Or-
Yep. You get approximately 20-30 seconds before the first clang, and then clang, 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 and just imagine, it's hail made of metal. The brollies do exactly what they're meant to, and you notice that even if hail comes down halfway down your body, because an umbrella doesn't cover your legs, it rebounds off.
Yeah, because we realized it was a more magical enchantment as well.
It's magical as well as tinkering.
Yep.
It's a
Is there any
merge.
way that I can collect a sample of this metal?
Do you have something that can hold scalding hot metal, as in white hot at the moment?
His hands.
it will cool down in
And
time.
remember that the urchins are already coming out with their
Right.
metal plates on their back to start trying to
Well,
grab
I
things.
mean, I can have my unseen servant carry it.
Does the unseen servant is he immune to temperature?
Yeah, that's what I need to find out.
He can take damage, but I don't know whether it's from heat. What I would say is you'll notice that every time your unseen servant picks it up off the ground, there's an urchin with a bucket to grab it through, because there's no one else's hands around it. So
Yeah, I haven't even cast it, so I
but
still need to look.
that's what would
Okay.
happen if it did.
Okay.
Go. So you might need to think of something else.
Can we turn the umbrella over?
Do you want to try?
No.
No.
It's still hailing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, probably not.
Birdie! I got a suggestion for you.
Okay, I've got an idea.
Mhm.
What if our pixie were to join me under my umbrella, and then I could borrow the pixie's umbrella for a moment and scoop a small bit up for him?
I'll have to ask the pixie.
I mean, my umbrella's keeping me from being cooked.
Yes, but if you were under my umbrella with me, then my umbrella would keep you from being cooked.
But what if I see something shiny over there and I want to go and look at it? And when I say over there, I literally point in a direction.
Just randomly.
Just randomly.
Guys. Crazy. Do we see anybody we know? in the
Well, can I
vicinity?
cool one down with Ray of Frost?
I mean, if
Real
we
quick.
really want
And,
to capture Ray of
yes,
Frost
could.
is a really good
Is
idea, actually.
there
And take it.
Yep. Just roll damage so I can just work out how much it cools down by.
All right.
Roll
So
to hit. Just roll the damage for it.
what is it? It's crap.
1d6.
Wasn't it 1d6, 1d3, or something like
I
that?
believe it's 1d6 for Ray of Frost. That sounds about right. Cool book.
3. I rolled a 3 damage.
Great. Okay. Yes, you cool it down just enough to grab it. It's still warm. Well, no, hot, but it's the hot of the saucepan handle rather than the saucepan itself.
Okay.
So you
I'll
grab it and you can pop it in your
I'll
pocket.
I'll pocket that.
You will get some dirty looks from the urchins closer to you, but there's nothing they can do about it. So
It's the same thing that they're doing, right?
it is indeed, yes.
How much is that stuff worth?
You don't know. No one's asked. But the entire city runs on it.
I'll ask one of the urchins how much they're worth.
Maybe one of us
Wow.
should.
Rub that in.
This thing that
Rub
I'm
it.
taking out of your hands. How much is
Yeah.
it worth?
How much of your income have we taken?
I would think they would be ignoring you at the moment because they are quickly just trying to get as much as possible because they want to. So they'll ignore any questions at the moment.
How much do you think they get at a time? Like a bucket full, or is it an armful?
The ones that already have the back thing, they tend to leave with at least 2/3 of their bucket full. The ones that can't come out until after it has stopped, they're normally lucky if they get about maybe that much in the bottom of a bucket, if they have a bucket at all.
Right.
Some of them,
I'll
just having to.
I'll
bring it
ask.
up.
I'll ask one of the urchins, when he's done doing what he's doing, to please come see me, and I have some questions for him. Or should we ask whoever's paying them how much?
I would ask one of the actual merchants that would use the slag rather than the urchins that are actually trying to sell the slag.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Who's ever paid an urchin a fair price?
Well, we could
However-
ask Rohisha. I bet she would know.
Oh, I think they get a copper a bit. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. It's done by weight. It depends where they go to. Some of them pay more than others. The ones that are hard up for it will pay more than the rest, obviously. I tend to shop around if I get any.
Sounds good.
But I'll broker for you. Small fee, if you want to do that. But honestly, I think what we're doing is far more lucrative.
Well, yes,
I
we've only
agree.
just got a small sample, just for experiments and shits and giggles.
Yes.
For science.
Shall we move?
Science.
Shall we move on?
Yes, she takes you over into the Inventor's Quarter, which is the North Quarter, as you remember.
Mhm.
The Inventor's Quarter is much better kept than the Merchant's Quarter, but not as well kept as the Smith and Artisan's Quarter. A lot more. The houses are further apart, but that's probably because they're inventors and there are signs of smoke and
Mitigating
that
explosion
might be
damage.
missing a bit of wall and
And they have all sorts of stuff in their yard. Right?
yeah. Some of them are really weird and wonderful with copper tubes coming out of their little houses, and some of them just look like little cottages until green smoke starts pouring out of the chimney, that sort of thing. She takes you to a fairly small looking cottage that's right on the end of one of the things, quite out of the way. It's more garden than building, really. Lots of carefully tended plants and herbs and sort of vegetables at the back. And she just comes up to the door, knock, 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 knock. And after a few moments, it's opened by a kind of doddery old lady. She's definitely a gnome, no more than probably about 2.5 feet tall. So she's actually looking up because she's hunched over, sort of holds on her back, and she's sort of looking up. You, great, coming. And she turns around and
Crotchety
Looks
little
okay.
thing, huh?
Rohisha goes, I've just remembered what happened when I was here last. Maybe you should go in on your own. I'll wait out here.
Sounds like a plan. Thank
I
you.
froze for a moment there. Who said that?
Rohisha.
Rohisha. Can we pretend not to know Rohisha as we walk in?
I think it's a little too late for that. An old gnome will definitely know the difference.
Yes, possibly. She heads inside the little cottage, which of course you then realise is just the top. So there's this little stone cottage, and straight through the door there's just a stair going down, and a bare room that's full of drying herbs. The cottage itself is just all of the drying herbs hanging from the ceiling. She leads you down some wooden steps, which she takes one at a time, very slowly, thus making you take a good 1.5 minutes to get down 10 steps to the underneath. Now the underneath, she's obviously done what gnomes do, and she's just dug out almost under the garden completely. This is a full sprawling kind of warren almost, except that all the walls are nicely laminated in wood, and think Hobbit home almost, but
better.
Yeah, and filled with glass vials and sort of alembics and other alchemist and magical paraphernalia.
Oh, so have you ever seen Brave? The witch in Brave?
Right.
When they...
Something like that, but more so.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. So, what have you come here for today? and she kind of sits down on a chair. Why have you come to old Abbey?
We could use your help. We're looking for a proper wizard that actually could help us identify a couple items.
Sure.
Perfect. That is awesome.
2 gold per item.
How much?
2 gold. Love. It's my ears that are going.
Well, could we do a bulk deal?
She just stares at you.
Would you do 6 items for 10, for instance?
I'll tell you what. I'll do 6 items for 12, and I'll give you some advice.
Where I can put them.
She just smiles at you serenely.
I'll respect an old gnome.
Especially
Especially one.
like, oh yes, advice from an elderly gnome can be most valuable.
I'll try to put on my gnomish charm and treat her like a dearly departed dearly departed, a long lost grandmother, and talk about home and try to come around to bringing the price down for.
Posh, get out of her lap. Posh, come here. She is not your grandmother. Get out of her lap.
Diplomacy then.
Gnomish.
Birdie, put your
sorry?
pants on.
Diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about gnomes and
Do
old.
you know any bards, Granny?
Only that quick. Best lay I ever had.
Oh, well, that was my father.
She
Mommy!
eyed you up with a whole new light. And what are you doing tonight, Doc?
Hey, Posh.
I'm slapping Poshman on the back.
Posh. Take one for the team, buddy.
Oh, man.
Take one for the team.
Check.
Diplomacy. All right.
Yeah.
So I've got a +5.
Okay.
And I rolled an 11, so that's 16.
16. Okay. She smiles, pats you on the cheek, and then pats you on the crotch. I'll give you the 6 for 5. And she sort of just strokes your cheek. I'll be waiting tonight.
Thank you, Posh. Good man, Posh.
Posh does his best to look flattered and aroused at the same time, and fully intends to welch on that deal.
and the rest of us try to hold down the puke that's welling in our throats. The poor pixie is like, these stupid giants.
maybe I'll give her a round with my unseen servant or something. So.
Oh, it's all the same in the dark.
Granny, do you like blindfolds?
No, really. I do this bit better myself.
Oh.
Apparently, she found the wand of vibration.
All right.
So I hope Steel Waves is a mature rated stream. So
yes, it was. It just went down. It just went downhill.
Would you like to know what you've got?
It just seems to me that when you
Sure.
ask the DM if you can satisfy the old gnome lady by using the unseen servant as a proxy,
He responds.
things have just gone completely off piste.
What's that?
Uh-oh.
We're never gonna get to that.
Can do.
We're never gonna get to the party. We're just gonna stay here and talk to the old lady and watch her molest Posh while she's saying, "Well, this item it's a little bit longer, but you know what it is?" As she pats him in the crotch. Oh, that is mighty firm. Oh, that is just. Oh, I'm gonna use that like my wand later.
I like the look of that staff.
Let me have a look at that staff, young man.
Oh, for my pleasure. Right, no, anyway. Right, so what are you going to hand her first?
Oh my god! I will gladly hand her a
ring.
I'll gladly hand. No, I'm gonna hand over the Wooster.
I'll tell her she should check out his belt.
He's a bit stinged, but you might.
Granny, if you're willing to go that low for him, you should go check out the halfling.
She just gives a look of disgust. Never liked interracial.
Oh my god!
All right. So what do we got?
Very progressive then.
All right.
You have to remember that she has books behind her, and one of them is illustrated Gnome Sutra.
And yet, still not very progressive.
By the way, I think the Inquisitor missed it earlier when we determined that Wooster's belt was actually part of Wooster.
So, which of your items do you want to hand over first?
Let's do. Oh. Shall we do the rings? The one ring, or what?
Yeah, we
do the rings. Okay, which one first?
She's not looking at my ring.
Okay. The gold ring with the
yes. Whilst
sorry.
Double band.
Breaking up.
Oh, you going to do a reboot or restart of your Discord?
Don't know if it's worth it. You've only broken up a couple of times.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
I will just nip away for a quick moment while you decide on items.
Okay.
If that be okay.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
So the ring with the missing gem.
And that's the double banded? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. It looks like that.
Okay.
I can make it. That is a ring of jumping. And it gives you a +5 bonus on all acrobatics checks to make high or long jumps.
So are you putting all this into the spreadsheet?
I am.
Okay, that makes you group loot master. Well done.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well volunteered.
On high and what jumps?
High and long jumps, so just basically for jumping.
Okay, so I'll just say.
Yeah, +5 bonus to jumps. Acrobatics checks to jump, basically.
Gotcha.
And the shiny steel ring is a ring of protection +1.
So it's a Chinese.
The steel ring, the simple shiny band.
Shiny steel ring.
Yeah.
Ring.
Is just a ring of protection +1.
Protection.
Sorcerer might need something like that.
Mm.
He's got to be able to handle one night with Granny before he gets it.
No, he needs it for the night with Granny.
Yeah.
He might need the staff as well at this rate. She'll do. Yes, you've got your masterwork staff from the people. You also have your whitewood wrapped in silver wire staff.
So it's wrapped in silver.
Silver wire, whitewood staff wrapped in silver wire, which you've got there. Is a staff of curing.
Ooh. So curing like poison or just Cure light wounds, or
This staff is made of white wood and wrapped in silver wire. It allows you to use Cure Light Wounds for 1 charge.
I think healer might like to have that one.
and it's just like a single charge per day, or
Hang on, just let me tell you the
Oh.
cost of it, and then I'll tell you.
gotcha.
So yeah, you can cast Cure Light Wounds for 1 charge, Cure Moderate Wounds for 2 charges, and Cure Serious Wounds for 3 charges. It starts off with, oh, well done. Off a D6, you have 6 charges.
Hey,
It can hold a maximum of 9, and can be recharged in the normal way.
What
which
book
you
is this
basically
from?
have to keep casting spells in. It's on page 54 of the same book as the Ring, so you won't have access to this one. It's the starter book. But yeah, it has a maximum of 10 charges.
And we have 6 charges. Okay.
Yep, at the moment. And you recharge magic items, in case you don't know, by expelling spells into it, spell levels into it. So if at the end of the day you have 5 spell levels left, you can recharge an item up to 5 charges.
Oh, meaning
Really?
like if you have spells left
Yeah.
over.
okay.
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
that's how it works, but you have to have the feat as well, actually, I think, of craft magic item or something. I'll double check that,
Oh,
because I'm not entirely sure if that's this one or the other one. Yes.
So that wouldn't be a spellcraft thing. That would be a
Yes, that would,
crafting.
I believe there's a you have to be able to craft the magic item first before you
Okay.
can infuse it. But I need to double check that one for you. I'll let you know before next game. Right. So,
Yeah.
what else did you have?
The magical blue, midnight blue cloak that dirt doesn't stick to.
Yep. The magical blue cloak is a oh god, what was it? It was a cloak of concealment, +5 to stealth checks.
Ooh.
And then there was I honestly can't remember. We were discussing some of these that we were saying you inadvertently let us know what they were, but we weren't gonna. We didn't know what they were.
Yeah, if I've told
don't
you, I
remember
think
if
I
it
probably.
what it was or not, but the magic wand of mage armor.
Yep, that's fine. So that's mage armor.
I didn't know if we need to get it identified or not.
You would have had to, yes. I think. Oh no, yes, you did. But
I thought
yeah,
we used the
mage armor.
parchments or parchments
Oh, did you?
scrolls.
Well, it's a magic wand of weight mage armor anyway. It basically casts mage armor for 1 charge. It holds
You said we had 10.
10. Oh, it's got 10 charges in it. Cool, awesome. I don't need to roll that then. Sorted. Anything else? I think there's some potions you needed.
Yes,
identified.
potion in green glass bottle that sparkles. Found about the same time as the attack by the wizard and the druid.
Yep. That is, in fact, unfortunately, an elixir of swimming. Gives you a +10 bonus on swim checks for 1 hour.
Plus 10?
Yep. You already know what your bottle of universal solvent is.
Mm-hmm. And let's see here. We know what the Pharasma statue does.
Yep.
Let's see, we had a potion Shield of Faith, mixed gems, Wand of Mage Armor.
Did you? Where's that one gone?
There was it I can't read my notes. Is it armor of illusion? Oh no, that was aura of illusion on the ring and blue cloak, which we just identified. Okay.
Yeah.
Double banded, masterwork. Blah, blah, blah.
Other than Poshman's milky liquid, can you tell us what this milky liquid is?
What about there's a platinum ring that dirt wouldn't stick to?
The 2 small vials of sickly green liquid stopped with corks.
Okay.
And that was the goblins and golem loot.
Yep, all the goblin loot because the golem didn't fight. Goblin and gremlin loot. Yeah, hang on a second. So the milky white liquid is in fact 3 potions of limited invisibility.
Oh.
So now you know how they got in and out without being seen.
Yes.
Who got in and out?
Well, the milky white liquid was taken from the cauldron at the back of the gremlins.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh,
And their potion, and it's basically you've got 3 vials of a potion of limited invisibility, as per the spell. So now you know how they snuck in, got the stuff, and got out without being caught each time.
Makes sense. And then the green murky.
The green murky vials are. I'm not entirely sure if I'm actually bothering.
And there was how many of those, Posh? Sorry, Bo?
2.
2. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yes, it is. Corrosive poison. Coat a blade with it, and it will do an extra 1d6 poison damage. Or acid damage. However, if you use anything under masterwork,
It corrodes it.
Used up.
Okay.
Or the hammer, or whatever you stick it on. So you need masterwork or +1 or whatever if you want to keep the weapon afterwards. Okay, and I think that's it, isn't it?
Shall I take one of those potions from the dagger?
The platinum ring, or was that the steel?
That was
Colored
the steel
ring.
band.
That was the
I
steel
call it
band,
platinum, but yeah, it's basically a shining simple band, and that's the ring of protection +1.
Alright, so I have the... So just to go through this, Bo. Masterwork staff. The double banded ring of jumping.
Yep.
The ring of stone shape.
Yep.
What was the charges on that?
Only 3, if I remember rightly, and it's non-rechargeable.
Non-rechargeable.
Once it's used, it's gone. It just becomes a standard, let's say, gold band, just to be fun.
Can we ask Granny about that orb that the dude threw up in the air, or that we tossed up in the air that exploded with a fizz of purple light?
You can. Why don't you ask her?
Would you like to remind me when you did that?
With
That
the dwarf.
was,
the dwarf dropped.
He threw it down on the ground. We struggled to get it. We thought it was a bomb.
But it was
Right,
mechanical.
We tossed it up in the air.
Oh, and then it exploded anyway.
There were 2 liquids that were coalescing mixing together.
Yep.
Exploded up in the air with like a fizz of purple light.
I don't think she's going to necessarily know about that one because it seemed mechanical in nature. But
Oh, we can ask her if she's ever heard of something like that.
Yep.
She considers you for a second. Purple.
As she twirls his hair with her finger.
Well, she's kind of gazing at him as she thinks, with a one good eye.
That's going to be your night, Posh. That's your night.
And then she sort of moves over to a bench and kind of pulls out one of the little glass vase, looks around, picks up some powder and puts it in and drops it. And then pours one liquid in, and it goes the same colour as 1/2 of the vial. And then she picks up another tiny little vial and just drip, and it flashes purple. And that part of the bench and the bottom half of the glass thing is just no longer there.
No.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Don't
it.
want to get close to that. And then she just sort of walks off and gets back, sits down.
I like her.
What a bloody thing again. I think I'm going to leave that on the floor now for a moment.
So, Granny, what is it? What would you call that?
I think they call them disintegration spheres.
Ew.
I think they were banned by the council. Fucking unlucky to come across one of them. Yeah, lucky to survive though. And she kind of just rests her hand on your knee if you're close. I like lucky boys.
Well, what would you think? And I look at Birdie. What would you think of 2 lucky boys?
She didn't want anything to do with him. I already offered him.
Well, I don't know, but I've seen you rolling a number 20.
If I had 2 lucky boys, it'd be my birthday. Look, come around. I haven't got long left. He looks a bit bigger.
Poshmans, I couldn't. I
I've
couldn't
heard
do
tell
it.
that
I couldn't
Birdie
do it
never
to you.
fails to satisfy.
I couldn't do it to you, Poshman. She's all yours.
Okay. Anything else to identify, or are you done with that bit? Not necessarily with her, just with the book. I think that's done.
Can I ask her? Well, I will ask her. And I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Old Abby is how she described herself. ABBI.
If you want to get in there, call her young Abby, or maybe even just middle-aged Abby.
Abby, would you have the capability of maybe enhancing weapons?
Ruh-roh.
No, it's not really my thing. I do
Okay.
potions and poultices
And
virility
healthy.
drugs.
Healthy shit like that.
Drugs.
Okay.
You know, I'm 96 next year.
Oh,
Not a-
you're young.
Not a day over 97.
Well, side effects.
Wow. All right.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hold Poshment to what he did, because that's what I would do. Don't worry, we'll make sure that he is back over here as soon as we're done with our party tonight. Thank you so much.
Party? +1.
Yes, actually, he needs one.
Oh,
That is perfect. Why don't we do this? Why don't you come to the party with Poshman, and we'll just call it even on the identification.
Lord. Posh, are you just sitting behind while all this is going on?
Oh,
Oh, Posh,
Uh-oh.
bye.
Log out, log in again.
we lost Birdie.
Well, he's mad that
Granny,
he's not getting all
Granny,
the attention.
I would be honored. I would be honored to have you on my arm at the ball.
Excellent.
It's not your arm she wants to be on, Posh. I'm sorry.
I'll see you tonight then.
I just saved this gold. I love it.
Pouring out the gnome to save some.
This is the best party ever.
Oh,
I love it. All right.
Oh, Gabby.
So are we good to go?
Make a note of that.
Oh, Miranda, was there anything? You've been very quiet.
No, I was just sort of sitting here thinking, you do realise that you don't need to make these sort of sex pacts to identify items. To ID an item, you stare at it with detect magic and then roll a spellcraft roll.
Oh,
That's all you need to do.
Identify gives you +10.
Yeah, the identify spell is only a bonus.
maybe you shouldn't have told us that, because I would have rather continued to whore out Bosch.
Well, exactly.
Unfortunately, it's too late this time.
I mentioned it to the DM, and I thought, oh dear.
I love this. She's just been sitting back, just waiting.
But the thing is, you see, and the reason for not clarifying this is your sorcerer is basically, how did you put it? It's his first time out. He's never been adventuring. He doesn't really understand how this works. Yeah.
Well, he's about to.
I think I will soon learn the ways of the world.
Well, unless you
come with me,
you're going to have a very informative night.
All I want to say is I just want to see Lee pretend to be old Abby again. That's all I want for the rest of the night, because that was awesome.
Maybe we should invite her into the group because she's like a proper wizard.
Well, listen, we can't get any slower than going on a quest to figure out identify item. All right, Miranda, thank you for letting us know. I'd rather continue to whore out Posh, but
No. That's why I waited.
She didn't ask me about it until after it'd been done.
Perfect. Is that everything between Posh's notes, Bo's note, and anything else?
I believe so.
But yes, we haven't discussed all of the gold and
all right.
And she is a potion crafter.
And she,
wished to buy potions.
yes, we found out she's a potion crafter. I'm thinking I would like to buy Birdie some cure poison, because he seems to get poisoned every single time.
She sells general antidotes, pardon me, which will work on most common poisons, well, all common poisons and some rare ones, for 10 gold pieces each. She sells lesser antidotes that will only work on most common poisons for 5 gold each.
I'll buy a couple of the 10 gold each.
Okay.
Take it out of your what you have now, right?
Well, yeah,
I mean,
we
you could pay in
still got to
kind.
split up.
Well, let's give us a total. Give me the total and let's split it up right now.
Well,
Yeah, we gotta do
I
the
think
math
what you,
first
yeah, you
before-
kind of, if you've got a group loot, then when you're getting stuff that you need, it becomes easier because you can just mark it off the group loot. Rather
Yeah.
What if we?
So
What if
tell
we
me,
take one of these potions each,
yeah,
so that we're all in a position to swig one quickly if we get poisoned? My
agreed.
God, it's poisoned!
But let me get the numbers here first, and then I'll just pull them off as we go
Okay.
through.
Yeah, so that's
Alright,
a total
so
of 50 gold so far.
So say that again.
That's a total of 50 gold so far if you all want a potion.
Out of what?
Right.
Out of how? What's our group? loot?
Well,
Well,
this one.
Let's do it now. Let's do it now.
In fact, sorry, I have to re-amend that. That would be
60, right?
no, because you've got 5 party members, unless you're getting one for Rahisha as well,
I
of
think
course.
if she's going to stick with
A
us,
very small dose.
Yeah, I was going to say the Pixie's dose is actually only 3 gold, so that's why I got it wrong. So it'll be 53 if you want to get her one as well.
Okay.
Let's
let's just hold off on the actual buying let's get the full numbers of what we actually have.
So if you're buying everyone so far, you're up to 53 gold.
Okay, I'll write the.
So what we actually have. If someone has a calculator and can start adding this up.
I have it. Just give me the numbers.
Okay. So we have 33 gold worth of uncut gems.
So that's an item rather than a gold thing.
Yep. So
right, while you work this out, I'm desperate for the loose. I'm going to go and pee.
Okay.
In fact, what I might do is just unplug my router for 30 seconds and plug it back in again.
That's probably a good idea.
I think that might. You never know. It might work. So I'll be right. I'll log off here for.
Oh, bye.
Right. All right.
All right. Hold on. 1 sec. I'm just making a. All right. So 33, you said?
Yes. 30,
Okay.
but that's uncut gems.
Yep.
They're just worth 33 gold. We have an additional mixed rough gems in 45 gold worth of mixed rough gems.
I'll just say gems, right? In general.
We have 69 actual gold. There was a 53 gold and a 16 gold, so that totals to 69 there.
61 or 69?
69.
Okay.
And we can tell the Wooster is not online. Okay. What else do we need? Let's see here.
And the platinum 55?
Hold on, I'm getting to it. 25.
I thought we had another 30.
Yes, we did. Down here. Yep, I see we had 25 platinum from the unmarked sack, and then another 30 platinum SJ's share.
Yes.
So that's 55 platinum. 7 copper pieces were with the 25 platinum in the unmarked sack.
Any silver?
I'm still looking. There's more. 38 gold pieces that we found with the universal solvent and the dust of tracelessness and all that.
Okay.
5 gold pieces. It's a silver and gold lump when we killed the spiders.
Okay.
That was worth 5 gold pieces.
Okay. I'll say we sold that. The red monitor lizard skin, how much was that worth?
150 gold.
All right, so I'm going to just add that figure Rohisha sold that for us type of deal.
Well, did we want to sell it? It's worth more farther out.
You want to carry that thing around?
Maybe not. I don't know.
What is it you're trying to sell?
The lizard skin.
Lizard.
Oh yes, it will be worth more the further out from here you go, but it's not
How much
particularly
more?
big, it's just leather.
Yeah.
A lot more. This is the only place they live, so.
All right. Well, I guess we can hold
It
on
might
to
be
it.
worth hanging on to it.
But of course, it will rot over time unless it gets tanned and whatnot.
Oh, in that case, let's sell it.
Okay, what's the price that I said it was worth?
150.
150 gold.
Because you were going to ask Rohisha to do it. She gets 180 for it.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
So you can add 180 gold in.
Yep, got it.
And lose the lizard skin.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. In the goblins and golem loot, we had 12 silver.
Okay.
So your spider loot, 3 gold pieces melted silver. Well, 3 GP worth of melted silver.
Yeah,
You've got a silver lump worth 3
of
gold
3
pieces.
gold. Gotcha.
2 goblins.
And each platinum is worth 10 gold or 100?
Yeah, 10 gold.
So we actually
And
don't have a lot of actual gold when you add it all together.
Mm-hmm.
So buying...
Because you had to pay off a lot of stuff when you got back. Basically.
Yeah.
I'm still looking back here.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm hoping this will be better now.
You missed the 69 gold comment.
Oh,
I missed that as well.
Yes.
Ha-ha!
There was a 53 and a 16.
69, dude.
Yes, a total of 69. Let's see here. On the... Oh, yes. This was the corpse that we exploded. There were 3 copper pieces and 1 silver box that was worth 3 gold.
Yeah, it's like an ornamental jewelry box, wasn't it?
Gotcha.
Snuff box, rather.
Yeah, skank box.
Okay. Anything else?
Here it is. I'm looking back here to see. I think that's really should be it. Yes, that would be it. That's all the way back to the beginning of the quest.
Okay. All right. So now that we have that, and we still want to do the... So it's a potion of what? Cure...
It's an antidote potion.
Antidote potion.
So it's greater antidote
So-
for 10 gold, or a...
So-
Go on.
Sorry, I'm just wondering what did that all tally up to?
Oh, so we have 55 platinum, 298 gold pieces, 12 silver, 10 copper, and 78 gold pieces and gems.
And you think that's not a lot?
55 platinum.
Not for...
That's
Not for 5.
550 gold. Yeah.
Well, not for 5, you know.
That's
Gotta
pretty
remember,
decent.
Asmodeus is for tyranny.
How am I
So
going
we
to
have-
take over a country with this?
Alright, so I'm gonna remove 53 gold. Then,
Okay,
And 215, right?
I'll add an extra antidote to her.
so
so do we all have a great potion, of greater antidote?
And remove 215 gold pieces to cover Rohesia, the Cinderellas.
oh, I thought it already was.
Yeah, you've already done that, I think.
Oh, we're gonna do that? Okay.
Did we?
Or did you not yet?
No, we did
I-
not.
I think we
Right, so
had
you
since
just
we hadn't
remove-
added
Alright.
anything up.
then.
Yeah, so I'll remove the minus. Okay.
Why is my character sheet shut
But
down?
that'll pay off all of our debts.
Yep, that pays off everything there. Alright,
It
so let
does.
me add this into my items.
I've remembered now that her price was actually 1/2 share and an item, but as she's going to be staying with you now, she'll let you off the 1/2 share, especially as you're buying her things.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And affording her the
Um,
opportunity to spend all night fleecing the guards. See
Indeed,
how nice
yes.
it is?
So that was greater antidote, right?
Yep.
Um,
Put that on her. Yeah.
I need
that
to
will
keep
be
in mind
in
as
my
well.
belt. Cool.
There we go.
All right, so I'm gonna just go through real quick on the items. The masterwork staff. Anybody want that?
I think that was the healing staff.
No,
No,
that's just the
that's
masterwork. It's just
okay.
a better staff,
Yeah,
basically.
it's better boast off if anyone's already using one.
All right, so we'll leave that masterwork dagger, a nicer dagger.
Nope.
I'll stick with my rapier for my main hand, I think.
All right.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Do you want a
But-
masterwork dagger or a masterwork staff?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I can use daggers
And staffs, I think.
and staffs.
They both count as simple weapons.
Yep. I'm interested.
All right. Either one preference?
What do you think, DM? What do you think a sorcerer would lean toward, like a staff?
Personally, I would suggest giving the staff of curing to someone, not the cleric, so that you have two people that can cure.
I was thinking the same thing, actually.
Oh, really?
If you want to
Makes
take the
sense.
staff,
Yeah.
I would suggest you take the staff of curing, because you'll eventually be able to charge it as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So I suggest we get that to Posh.
If that's the case, then can I take the masterwork dagger?
You can. Can you use daggers? You can use, cleric.
Yeah, clerics can use almost anything.
Yeah.
Not only that, Pharasma's
Weapon is a dagger.
is a dagger. So I get a little bonus.
Okay, just remember if you're writing it down on your sheet to take it off the group loot so it doesn't get...
I'm writing down who I'm giving it to, and then I'll take it off after. Just so I'm keeping track of it. All right. I assume you probably want the potions of corrosive something or other. Who wants that? I probably would.
I think whoever takes the masterwork. I think whoever has the masterwork anything should get that.
Well, I could take one.
Oh, right.
He has a magic dagger as well.
Oh, yeah. So we've got three of them.
And I'd rather have Posh have that personally.
I don't have a masterwork anything.
Can that be applied to... Well, if you apply it to a crossbow, it'd only be good for the one arrow, right?
I would probably allow you to dunk 3 arrowheads.
Even really small ones?
Yeah, I'll let you have 3 arrowheads a plus a D4 extra damage rather than a D6.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
A smaller amount.
So, Miranda, would you like one of those?
Oh, what if you're going on a tiny arrow?
Oh, a tiny.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, I didn't realise that's what you meant. We'll double it then and say you can have 6.
Ooh.
At a plus D.
So we'll give one to Miranda and one to Posh.
Yeah, poison isn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
what am I getting?
Poison is a low, dirty.
All right, we'll give them both to Miranda. Done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not interested thinking about it.
So let's see.
Low, dirty.
I have
low,
a
dirty
much poison
poison.
acid. Don't forget, it's a corrosive acid.
Acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
poison and acid.
So you have to have masterwork, or it'll eat the metal.
Well, he has a +1. He has a magical.
It's all about the flashing blades, you see, and the skill and the craft work of the fight. It's the poison.
And the bolt.
It won't really matter with the bolts. It just means they can't be reclaimed. Yeah, that will be the downside, of course, is that you'll be dipping it and using it, and then the bolt won't be able to be reclaimed. You've got a percentage chance of reclaiming your ammunition.
Whereas I have a masterwork dagger that you could apply the poison to and it wouldn't eat the blade. Does anyone else have masterwork?
You're supposed to be healing. Healing.
True, but if I need
healing
and kicking ass.
That's right.
All right.
Being a medic knows where to stab.
All right. The stone shape. Anybody fancy that? Posh, maybe for the when he gets to his 1 health, he can go into a stone.
It's not stone shape. It's shape stone.
Shape stone. Oh, that's right.
Stone and change the shape of the stone.
Who froze?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was me, I think. All you got.
No, you don't.
Well, I did when I wrote it. I think everyone froze for me.
You appear to have unfrozen. You've thawed.
So you can modify the stone with it.
Every time
exactly that. So if you came up to like a stone wall, you could make it just go
and open or what?
Just going to close the door.
If nobody else wants that, I can take that one.
And remember, you can only have 1 magic ring per hand.
Right. Because I don't think either of these other ones. Oh wait, there's this Regan protection, so I might. All right. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Anybody else for the shapestone? Stone, yeah, shapestone.
No, leave that for the dwarf. Do we have a dwarf?
Nope.
Nope. Tonus.
Gnomes, they'll do. Leave it to
Tonus?
the gnome.
Either way, if you'd like to have it, go right ahead. Or
I was actually looking at the ring of protection, but yeah.
Oh, the ring of protection.
I think everyone's looking at the ring of protection.
Well, let me out of character. Let me advocate. Which character puts themselves in most danger most times?
Listen, your AC is like 25 and you still get hit. I don't think one more is gonna help.
right.
No. All right, I'll take this. Fine. I'll take this shapestone. So the +5 on acrobatics checks the double-banded ring of jumping.
Ooh, now that is fun because
I have a natural +4 on acrobatics.
Because my acrobatics is already +11.
Oh, that is insane! Why even roll?
Able to leap between tall buildings.
Why not make it super? You know?
Yeah.
Or we could have like an acrobatic sidekick.
Well, I mean, if you got one guy who's really strong in acrobatics, just like with the healing staff, you might want to have a second person.
That is the counter argument, isn't it?
Because there's also Cloak of Concealment, which is the +5 to stealth checks.
Now, Bertie could be very stealthy if he trained in it, because halflings are very natural at this. Has he trained in it? Hell no.
It's not a trainable.
Can
Miranda use
like the cloak?
I'm sorry, what?
Your rogue might like the cloak.
Yeah,
it could be awesome for Rohisia. I mean, Bertie is a natural stealthy type, but I don't think he's even tried at any point at all in the adventure ever yet to be stealthy, has he?
No.
Not unless everyone is. Not unless he's playing along with everyone.
So we can give the Cloak of Concealment to Rohisia.
Ooh, thank you. Sorry.
And you can imagine Bertie with a Cloak of Concealment.
Tip,
tip, tip, tip, toe, tip, 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 toe, tip, 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 toe. Ha ha!
Well, that works. That gives her a stealth of 14.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. So the one that everybody's talking about, we'll go with this, the easy one. Steel Ring of Protection +1.
My AC is 17, in fact. Lower than perhaps you think. Bertie throws himself in as though it were 25.
I think Bertie gets away with it a lot because he uses a lot of parry.
I do use a lot
That's
of
what I mean.
I can very quickly increase my AC by about 5 instantaneously to about 22.
I was just joking because I know you did get up to like 20 something at one point.
No,
well, I'm sure I could do with a shiny belt.
Yeah. Oh, and
Joking
she did
like
almost.
Often reveals a little bit of truth.
Miranda did almost die from one shot from the magic.
Do magic rings size themselves?
Depends on the ring.
It's a big ask in this instance.
I was suggesting using it as a belt anyway.
Yeah, we can put a little suspenders on, and it just kind of dangle there. I'm sure we could. We have a mage's tower. I'm pretty sure we can find somebody that could maybe modify it.
Well, at the moment, the pixie could wear it as a belt if she wants to.
Okay.
So it would be a belt of protection +1 for the pixie.
I'm okay with her having that.
I'm groovy with that.
Oh, actually, no, it's only going down one side. Yeah, it's going to be belt, isn't it? It's not going to be like bangle or something.
No, well, you could go across like a sash, almost.
It's even bigger.
Depends on how well endowed she is.
I was
How
more thinking
tall-
across the waist is always.
All right, so anybody?
How tall is she? How tall are you, Miranda? 9 inches.
About 9 inches.
That? Yeah, so ring would be perfect.
Ring would be about right, I would imagine.
9 inches is about that, isn't it?
No, no, we're talking birdie 9 inches.
Oh, I've been telling girls the wrong thing all this time. Ah, well, I've still got 12 stone to ram it in with.
Oh. Oh. So you're shaped like a Copenhagen. Yeah. So it's this big and this tall. So Miranda, you have a ring of +1 or a belt of +1, however you want to write it down. All right. Limited invisibility. 3 squirty
Can you
milkies.
just keep potions in group loot?
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep the potion. I'll keep all potions in group loot then. How about that?
I mean, between myself and my steed, we both have 16 and 15 and for stealth. So I don't think we need a limited invisibility just yet.
Okay.
Better
Someone
than,
else can use that one.
better than the rogue, in fact.
So
I mean, there's a size advantage here.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
what about the double-banded ring of jumping? The +5 on acrobatics.
I am interested in that. I would quite.
Well, you don't have anything yet, so I'm okay with Birdie having that. Anybody else?
I think Bertie should have it because he could then have a jump of about 4 million.
Done.
To be fair, I will just stress I do have the +1 dagger already, but if that's okay.
I don't think anyone else wants it. So
And I think it would be kind of cool to have someone have ludicrously high jump skill.
Agreed.
That puts my acrobatics to.
Well, I don't know. Wasn't Posh looking at that?
Oh, I could use it until I get the ability to fly.
Yeah. That is if he learns it.
It would take my acrobatics to
I
plus
see the
16.
smile. He's like, son of a bitch.
In fact, it would take my acrobatics to a theoretical maximum, including panache, of +20, I think.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh no, plus 16 plus 1d6.
of course,
Nice.
the thing is,
Oh,
if
so
you give it to your jump,
Possibly 22.
All right. Who would like to hold on to my wand?
Well, you're
I
not
think-
my type.
I think.
I meant the wand.
Abby, I
Wand
think
of
Abby
Knight.
would like.
yeah.
Yeah.
The wand of mage armor.
Mm. So,
Charge is non-rechargeable.
so have I got
Well, is
the?
that a sorcerer thingy or what?
Yeah.
You
I
have
know.
to be able to use magic device, which means you have to be either a sorcerer, wizard, or rogue. In fact, get some.
Yeah, I've got
Or-
+10
or
use
witch,
magic
or
device.
alchemist, or
Yeah,
Cleric?
basically a magical thing. Or
Posh
cleric,
then?
apparently.
Yes.
Oh, is it an untrained one? I thought it was a trained skill.
I think it is
Alright.
untrained to use magic.
No,
device.
use magic
No,
devices.
it's a trained skill.
It's trained.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyone with use magic device can use the wand.
That's me.
So there's two things left: the chainmail, the regular chain. It's regular chainmail, right?
Hmm?
It was just
No,
plain
it-
chainmail.
The chainmail is yeah.
Yeah.
The mage armor is
So, yeah, and I'm interested in the chainmail itself because there was
So
chainmail.
did I
at that
take
thing.
the Did I take the ring of acrobatics?
You
I
did.
believe so.
You got that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it's called. Yeah, ring of acrobatics.
No, it's a ring.
Double
jump,
banded ring of jumping.
Double
because it
banded.
only gives you +5 to acrobatics on jumps. Nothing else.
Right. Jumps only.
Now it's missing a stone, so you put another
Double
stone in it.
banded
There's
ring
what-
of jumping.
It's a socketed. Yeah, it's a socketed item.
I need to hear it, I'm afraid.
Alright, so anybody else interested in the chainmail, the actual chainmail, the actual armor?
Bog standard chainmail. Doesn't look like it.
Alright.
How much can we sell it for?
Nothing, because I'm taking it.
Oh, I thought
So-
nobody was interested in
No,
it.
no.
So
And then
what
the
am I
last
asking
thing,
for?
the masterwork staff. I had leather spiked armor.
So you've got that to sell.
Yeah, so the masterwork staff. Any
Which I don't think
takers, any
anyone wanted.
takers, any takers? Alright. So we'll sell that sucker off. How much is that
I don't know.
worth?
Posh, do you have what kind of weapons you got, Posh?
He's got the staff of curing now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got staff of curing.
What is the damage on that for him? Did you give that to him?
It works as a standard staff +1.
So not like a masterwork, So it's just staff-
Masterwork is below +1.
low plus.
It
Okay.
goes bog standard, masterwork, +1, +2, blah, blah.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha,
I
gotcha.
can actually use staff of curing as a weapon.
Yes, it's a +1
Yeah.
staff.
Oh wow.
Mm.
All right. So how
all
much for the
stats.
masterwork staff? Can somebody look that up for me?
I believe it's just 50% on the price again. So you could probably make about 50 gold on it, I reckon, at most.
I wonder if I could trade that in for a mace of the similar masterwork mace.
You'd need to find a guy with a masterwork mace to sell.
All right. We'll just go with the. So you're
Or a
thinking
church.
50 gold on it?
Yeah, we'll say 50 gold.
All right. So 80. All right. So that takes care of loot. Let's move on.
Yes. So, any other potions you want to buy from the lady? Or are you heading off now?
I'm okay with heading off. I don't have any.
Do I have any healing? Do we have healing potions left in reserve?
Healing.
Always worth stocking up on a bit of healing potions.
I don't think we do.
How much are her healing potions?
Oh, no, I have a healer's kit.
Minor, moderate, or greater?
Ooh.
I'd say what's moderate? It's a
Minor.
1d6 or 1d8, something like that.
I believe it's 2d8. I need to double check.
I'd have thought at our level, minor would be kind of about right.
Yeah, a minor one she does at 2 gold apiece.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
She only has 5 for sale.
Would buy 5 and 1 each.
Rohisha doesn't need it. She's already got 3 potions of healing.
Hmm.
All right, so
It's good to have potions of healing spread about. Yeah, you're beaten down to unconsciousness.
Yep.
you want me to just add it to the group loot?
Well, I think if we all add 1 each.
Okay.
Potions of healing is something you want to have on your characters because if
Mm.
you've got to
Sounds
get
good.
that out of group loot, someone has to throw it to you. You have to
Mhm.
catch it, then
Right.
use it.
So how much? You said 2 per.
Oh,
2 per, and she'll decant the one for the pixie into 2 bottles, so she'll actually have 2 potions for the one.
All right.
She only needs half as much.
So I'm gonna take that off of group loot. That'll put us at 70 gold pieces left.
So this is
So
a
yes,
potion of
you will
standard
gain
healing.
1 potion
Minor.
of minor healing.
Potion of minor healing. Okay.
Yep. And it's basically cure minor wounds. Is how it works. On minor cure. Yeah. And then Briar has 2 potions. Technically 1 for her and 1 for her steed.
Perfect.
You'll pick me up, right, Poshman? She kind of gives you a smile as if she was a coy little girl.
Hmm.
I say little girl, a coy young lady rather than.
Oh, he will.
Wizened
Oh,
old
he
crone.
will.
I'll be ready. And then you're shown out of the shop.
Nice.
Rohin's just kind of waiting. How did that go?
Oh, it went very, very well. Hey, Tonus, can you bring that cloak over?
The was I holding on to the cloak?
Well, you were kind of holding on to everything, so I was just assuming you had it.
Oh, sure.
So we want you to have this, and we'll give her the cloak.
Wait, what? No. What? Slow down, back up.
Cloak of stealth that you were going to give her.
The Cape of Stealth.
We're giving that to Rohija, right?
Rohija, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
He's asking you to do it in character, basically.
In
Yes.
character, yes.
Yes, sorry. Rohija, you've been fantastic and we love you. We would very much like you to have this beautiful midnight blue cloak of concealment.
Oh, just my colour. And she flicks it on and puts it on and then just kind of wiggles her hat and it goes burgundy to match the rest of her outfit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cute.
Very well done.
That's awesome. Cool. To arms.
Thank you. Right, so where next? What's next, kiddies?
Well, we need to chill out before the ball, freshen up, shave those bits that need to be shaved.
No more shopping then?
We could go shopping, I suppose.
I definitely need to shop for... I want to get another weapon. A little better weapon if possible.
What is our group loot total at the moment?
Alright. So...
After all deductions.
So we are at 55 platinum, 70 gold, 78 gems and gold, gold and gems, 12 silver, and 10 copper. So I can add it all up if you want to know the total. In
Yeah,
pieces.
convert it all to a gold equivalent. What's gold equivalent?
Alright, here we go. GP total. And then we'll do this. So 10 that plus that. Sorry, so that's 1/10. This divided by 10.
Multiply by pi.
If you have a masterwork weapon, you get a +1 bonus on your attack rolls, but not damage. Just so you're aware. So that's +1 to hit, but not +1 damage.
So
Private message to you, Lee. Private message to you, Lee.
All right, so 699.3 gold total.
699.
Yes.
So damage on the masterwork dagger is still 1d4.
Correct.
Yes. But you get a +1 to hit. Oh, apparently in this, masterwork weapons add 300 gold pieces to the cost of a normal weapon.
300 gold pieces?
Right.
So
nice.
So that staff was.
Sold your staff.
Huh?
So you undersold your staff. No, you can have an extra 250 gold pieces for that. Because staffs aren't actually worth much, but yeah, there you go. Adding the masterwork quality to a double weapon, masterwork ammunition, blah 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 blah. Ooh.
So an extra 250, you said?
Yeah. Or just make it 25 platinum if you want to keep your things down.
Oh yeah.
La 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 la. I'm just trying to find the prices for bonuses.
All right, so we're up to 949 gold pieces. 949.3.
I think my next purchase is probably something like studded leather armor to improve my armor class by 1.
Would you like mine? Mine has spikes on it, but it's spiked studded leather.
If it will fit me, and
Well, you're both halflings.
if you've replaced your own armor, then yeah.
I have,
Mm-hmm.
and it should fit you, I would think.
Yeah, you're both halflings. You're fine.
Well, I'm a gnome,
Okay.
but
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're roughly
similar size.
I'm not going
Birdie
to
and
get
I
too
are
much into it.
halflings.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too much into sizing and stuff. Most armor comes with buckles and straps that you can adjust. So.
Yep. So if you
Lee,
want
is
that,
there
you can
something
have
you'd
that.
recommend a sorcerer purchase while in town?
Well, you can't wear armor without taking the penalties. So
I just need to check my penalties, what I can wear and can't wear.
not really, because there's not an overabundance of magic items on sale here. Only
Okay.
magical weapons. So unless you need a weapon, really, which you don't now.
Right.
No, not really.
Okay. Potions
So-
of healing.
Potions of healing. Yep, you just picked that up. Pick some up. You could get some
Oh, we
from
did.
somewhere else. Yes, you got one each.
Oh, okay.
You just bought out her entire supply because she'll need to make more. But no, I can't really think of anything else better than what you'll already have. You basically just need to try and get yourself together stuff like rings of protection. You can wear braces of protection, cloaks thereof, and you can get robes and things which you can wear, like a bit like mages, but you get all your AC bonuses and stuff from there, and obviously from mage armor and the like.
The big.
Okay.
So did you want that leather?
I'm checking the leather armor situation now.
I believe
Okay.
it'll work roughly as studded leather, doesn't it?
Yes, it's studded leather. I called it spiked because of the picture,
Yeah.
but it.
Yep.
Okay, studded leather gives me. It will give me +1 armor class. It'll reduce my maximum possible dexterity bonus from 6 to 5, which I don't think makes a difference.
Not unless your dex is 22.
That doesn't make a difference. It does, however, however, reduce my armor check penalty to -1. I think that means like climbing and shit like that.
Some things, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a list.
Which means like
Why climb when you
Counts.
can just jump?
Yeah. Although it's -1
It counts
to
that.
acrobatics as well.
I'd probably stick to just leather then.
Okay.
In reality,
Then I'll just sell it.
yeah. Given what I am and who I am,
So that would be...
Well, how much better? I don't know. Posh, would you have an interest in it?
Unlikely, because he'll also have an arcane spell failure.
Yeah.
So it will give him a chance of failing casting.
Okay, and as I'm assuming would I as well. So never mind.
No, because your divine magic doesn't affect it.
Oh,
It's arcane spell failure, so you
Yeah.
can wear any armor you like.
You can wear full Alkenstar Fortress stone plate
If
Oh,
you really
wow.
wanted
and
to.
not care.
so
That's the joy of being a
a
cleric.
I've got a light leather +2.
So you can have the
Armor.
studded leather, which is +3 if you want.
Okay.
Raise your armor class by 1.
And then we'll sell that. The other one you get 5 gold. So I'll just add that to the...
Yeah. Life is full of disappointments, isn't it, Bert?
Alright. So the only other thing I wanted to try to find was a little better weapon.
Okay.
And I can look that up between now and next time
Yeah,
and
you're
let you know.
basically you're quite easily going to be, considering where you are, you can quite easily buy a masterwork mace. I'll just quickly get the base mace price,
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
which is simple. Mace, heavy. So that's great, but there's no price there, so that doesn't help. Oh, there we go. So it's 12 gold pieces. So it'll be 312 gold pieces for a masterwork heavy mace.
Oh, damn.
Assuming you're having a heavy mace. Is that two-handed or one-handed?
It's probably two-handed for me because of my size.
Type B. Bashing. Times 2. Doesn't actually say. Mace. Weapon descriptions. Okay. Or, of course, there's hammers, but mace. No, okay, so no. A heavy mace can be used one or two-handed.
Okay.
It's just bigger.
Right.
And a heavy mace, masterwork heavy mace will be 312 gold pieces. It does 1d8 damage to medium creatures or 1d6 damage on small.
And what size is that?
Doesn't say. It's basically, I think, damage small, which is you,
Yeah.
is 1d6.
Yeah. Which is still better than what I have, but
Critical is times 2. And it's just bashing.
and then it's a +1 to attack, right? The attack is
It
what
is,
I'm
yes.
really interested in.
+1 to attack, but not to damage.
That's a lot of gold, though.
Starting to lose Mr. Bow, it seems.
No, I was just resting my eyes for a moment.
All right, we'll come back to that. I won't worry about that.
No, that's fine. If people are happy for you to knock the coin off, that's what it'll be.
That's just a lot.
It is quite a lot, but that's
Yeah.
how much masterwork is.
Yeah.
Effectively, you'd be swapping the staff for it.
Right.
Near enough. I'm paying 12 gold.
Correct. All right.
So that is up to the
How
party.
much of a bonus would that give you?
Well, the +1 attack, because I've been missing so much because of my dex, my low dex. That's the only reason I was
strength to attack. With
Well, that might explain it.
mace. Melee weapons are strength, not dex. Ranged weapons are dex, not strength.
Unless you have finesse and...
Yes, unless you're
Let me take a
weapon
look.
finesse. Which, if you've got a low dex, that's probably not a good idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, I still only have a +1
Right.
in strength, so.
That'll be right.
Yeah.
Part of why. Still, +1's not bad.
Yeah.
Better than a -1.
Yeah. And I.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
So. Effectively, you're traipsing back and forth across the city, selling this, swapping that, buying these, getting rid of the lizard skin, following Rohisha around as she shows you where the various shops are. And then, that probably takes you a good half a day just because of the walking everywhere.
You can keep talking. I'm just talking.
Yep. So you've got.
No problem.
And so you're getting lunchtime and you think, oh, maybe it's time to head back to the tavern, have a bite to eat, sort of plan what you're going to do for this afternoon. And you turn around, you're sort of walking down the alley. And at the end of this sort of road that you're going down, this is just kind of one of the back roads that she's taking you down, sort of shortcutting back through. Quite a large, well, let's get a nice picture for you. Where is he? It's not going to be in here, is it? Here we go. Okay. No, it's not. Second. No, it's 100 gold pieces to fund it, if you remember.
Total.
To help fund it. I think it was 100.
Yeah, it was 100.
Yep.
At Bergat's Bombs shop.
Mhm.
Oh,
Burgett's bombs.
I know what you're talking about now.
Hmm.
Nope, it's not in the book. It's just on it. It's a towering human. He's as wide in the shoulder, almost as wide in the shoulder as the alley. He has a
Giant.
a giant. He has a double-headed axe that he just stamps down and seems to wait for you.
Where are we exactly again? I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're walking back to the tavern to have your lunch because it's
Okay.
about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And Rohisha, as she knows the city like the back of her hand, is taking you, as she has all day, down back alleys, around sides, through a main street, down another back alley, behind a shop, through someone's garden. They won't mind. Through someone else's garden and out through another place. And then she's taking you down. It's not the smallest of alleys you've been down, but it's kind of, well, even at your side, walking two abreast is a bit, close. And he's just stepped out from the end and sort of placed this axe, this double-handed great axe, halved first in the floor, and seems quite relaxed as he's waiting for you.
Does he look like anybody we might recognize? Is he wearing clothes like?
No, you don't recognize him at all.
Well, I'll greet him. Hello, sir. You seem to be.
Sorry, how'd that work out last time?
Hello.
Hey, you got to try again.
Which one of you is Bertie?
Oh no.
Ha
Birdie.
His eyes swing to you.
Doesn't sound familiar.
He smiles slowly. I've come to take you back to your bride. She misses you.
I knew it.
Whoa, hang on a minute here.
You guys know a Birdie?
Which bride are we talking? Which bride are we talking about here? The elf lady? That's a misunderstanding. The orc lady? Not yet. It's not been completed yet.
Wait.
Were there any
brides
others?
do you have, Mr. Bertie?
I can only remember one actual bride.
The orc chieftain Ironclaw sent.
Hey, we're betrothed. The nuptials haven't been completed. There's weeks of drinking rot gut to go.
He shrugs and just sort of hefts this great axe onto his shoulder. Are you going to come quiet?
I very much doubt he'll go
We'll
quiet.
have to get ugly.
I very much doubt he'll do anything.
I don't
quiet
think
ever.
I don't think you're gonna be doing anything, and I'll be my imposing Inquisitor self.
Looming over his ankles.
Somehow it works.
Would you like to?
And I'll tip my hat. You know, my.
Are you going to roll intimidate?
I am.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So 15 plus
The flashing blades leap out.
6.
As respectful of orcish lore as I am, my understanding
rolled.
is... Oh, fuck.
Damn it!
So, he looks less than impressed, I'm afraid.
What I'd like to do is say, so did I. What I'm actually saying is... Oh, no, I've lost it now. You can't read it, but that's a 4.
No, it's fine. It's the the Inquisitor tried to intimidate, and it was an opposed roll, so no, he didn't.
Yeah, so, well, if I was maybe supporting,
It's counted.
that 4
He's
is
quite a bit-
perhaps unhelpful.
Unhelpful.
A little bit unhelpful, yeah.
Hmm.
I see. And he prepares for combat. And that's where we'll end the game this week.
Good stuff.
Can we tame him?
Can we tame him?
Look, let's try interpretive dance. It's worked for us before.
Are you going to distribute XP this week?
I think I might.
Because we didn't do any from the dwarf or any of that stuff, so...
Yeah.
Was he a giant orc or what?
No, he was basically a very tall human. Very wide,
Oh,
tall,
okay.
barbarian-looking human. So that's that much, plus that much. I'm going to give you an extra 1,000 for old Gabbi and whoring out your own party members.
Don't forget all the
very
dance.
lawful.
And not mentioning that whoring out the party members was completely unnecessary.
Yeah, I think I'll add a little bit extra for that.
Well, that's.
I think Miranda should get that. Get a 50 by
that
herself
is a lesson
on that
learned.
one.
Well, you've all got inspiration anyway, except for the thingy. Right, so you can all gain 1,200 XP
Nice.
Very nice.
each. And then I can mark off that that's taken.
130.
It says
I mean,
next
if you
level.
could forget to mark off that you've given us that, you could give it to us again, and then we could level up.
It's been recorded, so now we're screwed.
What is the boundary for level 3?
5,000.
5,000.
Yeah, 5,000.
There we go. Not too far up.
Oh, not too bad. Too bad at all.
I have to say, that was quite a session.
That was quite fun.
Yes. Between the interpretive dance and the Bernie Club, I think.
That was just awesome. And the old Abbey roleplay.
Old Abbey was brilliant.
Just awesome.
I think it would be interesting for Bertie to return to this village 10 years later.
To see how many sprogs are still here.
Well, no, to see how that, and to see how the Bertie Club has established. Whether it's become
a Bertie cult.
I was just going to say whether it's some kind of cult.
You know how things tend to blur. You know how the meaning of things tends to blur over time.
Mm-hmm. And he cast off his shoe. The shoe.
Hey Lee, I have a note. There was a plus 400 XP, but wait for town. Was that included in this 1,200?
It has been, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah, just so you know, nightmares are worth 1,600 XP. Because of your interpreted dance, you got 2,500.
What?
Thank you guys. Well done. Well done.
Oh my god.
And it'll be back. I will be riding that hell horse between my legs. Almost as hell of a horse as Posh is going to have between his legs.
Well, you say that, but if it returns and we haven't improved upon the performance, and perhaps even maybe scripted an act
We
two,
should start rehearsing now.
yeah, I think
I think it meant me. If I was hoping it means me.
It does mean you if you're worthy, but
no, it means what it.
I think is worthy.
What it expects to be you. It's expecting something that we have portrayed. You've got to live up to this expectation. And bearing in mind,
he has to live up to is the cleric.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind the 20 plus rolls we made on the performance roll, you've got to be like a plus 20 performance roll cleric. You know, in flesh, you know.
Oh wow!
If you don't measure up, man, this is some mediocre, everyday cleric of Asmodeus. I was presented with heroics.
No, all he'll do is he'll bring his friends and just go, "This show's really gone downhill." Should have seen them last time, cavorting about and everything.
That's awesome.
Crazy little
Should have seen it opening night.
It's always the same. They start the show off with A-listers. 2 weeks in, the A-listers have gone.
Yeah.
Replaced by understudies.
It's awesome. I'm trying to figure out.
How do you keep up with this shit, man?
Lots of notes. Lots of notes. I've got 3 Word documents open and God knows how many PDFs.
Attack, strength, masterwork, and size.
And partly it's just sitting back and watching you guys do stuff, which is always fun.
It's actually 4. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, we had viewers this whole time. Oh.
For the Abbey experience.
The Abbey. I'm gonna promote that. I'm actually gonna go through and promote that one. Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
I'm on 3275.
See, he's corrected your spelling, not the amount of experience.
Yeah, well, the amount of experience is wrong as well, but
Oh.
nice try.
Plus 5,000 for the
Technically,
Abbey
a whole term
experience.
is that. That's a whole name.
Old Abbey. Oh, why is it +2? So I get size plus. Oh, okay.
I mean, I've got 4 screens around. I don't think that's enough.
Is that so you can get all angles of Abbey?
No, so he can have all the documents open that he needs to keep track of all craziness.
Oh, shit, huh?
I've actually got 3 monitors, so that works. Got
Awesome.
screen and share over here, and thus the map, and then you guys here, and then all the notes and PDFs on that one.
Well, that's pretty funky.
Obviously, plus the books here and the screen. Cool.
Oh, very good.
Well, I enjoyed that. I hope you had fun too.
I fucking love that session.
Thank you.
It's not every day that you hear someone shout out, "This is the best party ever."
No. But it is. It's very enjoyable. Super enjoyable. All right, and now we have a way of keeping all of the loot. So if
You're all
people are here.
restocked, ready for your next adventure.
Yeah. Oh.
So we'll either be fighting off orc bridezillas or sidestepping onto a Pathfinder quest.
Well, we knew.
You say or. I think you mean and.
Yeah.
There could be an and involved.
Yes, I do believe.
It's. I knew your debauchery would come back to haunt us at some point.
Oh dear. Oh, what's this? Oh,
Did I publish my backstory for the group?
Yeah, you told us. You went through and told us the beginning. Yes.
It's been a while since. I can't remember. Obviously, the sequence, the timing of events blurs. It was all one thing merges into the other.
Oh yeah.
I think the advice would be to blow the dust off before you apply the lube.
or not go bare ass without checking how hot the water is.
That's always good advice.
Surely the first thing is to come in with a weed whacker just to clear the way.
Or alternative, just run the fuck away.
She's a potion master. She's probably got some glue. Just throw.
My
Awesome.
orc mistress. Where's the consent, dude?
You don't think she'd notice?
I think he's second guessing his decision there. Well, I mean, maybe you can find something better for her at the ball. I'm not second guessing it at all. Oh, that is wrongly. Oh, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Oh dear, then you're going to be heaving come next game.
Oh, I don't know what's worse. The fact that Birdie has to mate with the orc, or Posh with his potential actual grandma.
Do you know there's a Pathfinder book for bringing sex and other types of relations into the game? I was umming and ahhing about buying it for Bertie, but the way this party's going, I think I'm just going to get it.
You might have to.
Did everyone see? I shared a Dropbox link for.
I did, thank you. I think I've already downloaded it.
Humble Bundle.
Oh yes, yeah, that was awesome. I printed it out to have. Where was it? It was further up here. But yes. Oh, and thank you for Shadowrun.
That's okay.
Yeah, this one right here.
Well, guys, I'm gonna pop off. Thank you very much again, Lee. I appreciate it, and everyone else as well.
You are more than welcome. I'm glad you
Thank you
enjoyed
for
it.
your time.
Thank you. Awesome. Alright, I am going to stop the stream.
That's a good plan.
You were recording this all along.
Bye, streamers.
Oh my
I
god.
don't think you can. Well, you can't stream and record using the thing I use at the same time, unfortunately. But I bet other people have better